last thing
That
we've
we're
said
live.
before we're going
We've
live.
said we got on a government list on this stream. Okay?
What the hell, when you said government list, did the Palm Bay Police Office just send me a warning about something?
They're always listening
it's a
now that we're
list.
on the list.
Yeah. They just want you to know. They want you to be aware. But hello, everybody. Welcome back to Tales from the Round True.
I was just checking to make sure it wasn't actually something bad.
We're unhinged. Good
yeah.
thing Crow's in charge.
Crow is in charge tonight, but a few announcements. I can handle those, I guess. You know, why not? If you're enjoying what we're doing, there are some ways you can support the show.
Buy merch.
Buy merch.
Buy merch.
Give us a donation on coffee or buy a Hero Forge mini. There are your options. There you go. Have fun.
Yeah. Or you can send us cold hard cash and or your mom's phone number.
Credit cards. So
Credit cards, mom's maiden name, the deed to your house.
A credit card with no
Whatever.
limit would be very nice right now, please. Thank
Yeah.
you.
If you have an Amex Platinum, you can send us that.
Yeah. Actually, I'll come pick it up. Like, you could just give me your address. I'll come get it.
We have a work-related story to that. Our oven switch broke, so like when the door goes down, like it stops spinning, and then it re-kicks itself back on when you close the door, and the metal thing fell out. So we couldn't get the part in. So Satan just gave us his Amex Platinum because it's metal. He was like, here, just stick that in there. Like,
Oh
Are
my
you
god.
kidding me? I'm
Sure.
gonna go buy a house with this.
okay,
like, yeah,
you don't
totally.
need this.
Goes
He's
in
like,
my
no,
back
it'll be
pocket.
fine. It's
Thank
on my
you.
phone.
Oh my guy!
Your
Well,
boss is
sure.
wild. But
Well,
He has a lot of trust for you.
Yeah.
I would have been like, I
What
don't
are we
need to
gonna
work
do
here
with it?
anymore, bro. I'm gonna go buy a bunch of shit.
I'm gonna leave the country. Goodbye.
I'm gonna go buy an island.
Going
Bye.
to Paraguay.
you can also you can also find links to all of our social media on our Beacons page and one for our Discord where you can experience more of this.
Which is just
Why the hell you would want to? I don't know, but hey.
At all hours of the
You
day.
say that, but you've been here
Enjoy food
For
pictures and
what?
dog pictures.
so long.
I am
2
here to be
years?
the straight man. I recognize my role.
Literally.
Literally.
And also, he's the guy that drives us around. Go to conventions. He just drives us
Cat
around.
herder.
Make sure that we don't get lost when we get drunk.
Well, I could herd cats. I can't herd y'all.
That's fair.
We
That's
didn't get
valid,
lost.
actually.
None of us got lost. All of us had a buddy.
Yeah.
We
true.
did have a buddy system.
And it worked.
And Maria just walked around taking pictures of me when I wasn't looking and then sending them to me.
If you're watching the video on YouTube, you can join us live most weeks. Yeah. That's all I got. Join us live.
Oh, we're not going to be here next week?
Yes.
Right. Yeah, correct.
I'm
So
gonna-
no, next week is one of the
Hockey.
weeks we're not here.
We're doing stuff and things.
I'm gonna eat
I
so many
will
hot
be
dogs.
in Philadelphia. Maria's gonna be off doing baseball things.
Hockey.
Oh, hockey things.
It's not even baseball season.
I was going to
No.
say.
I don't
$2
know
beer,
sports.
$2 hot dogs.
Sports
What on
ball.
earth about me
Hot
makes you
dog
think I
limit.
know sports?
You look like a sports guy. Joe plays
Sweetheart.
football, okay?
I'm the sports guy.
I
did
know,
so...
Maria's our
Okay.
sports guy. Hey, I
You know
know
what?
how to do
Tangent time. I did so much
Boy.
research onto football for Joe, and then it came up like 0.2% at any point in the game.
It makes me happy that you had to do
I think
all
you
that
qualify
research.
as a writer now.
Well, that's because it's called Masks, not Football the Game
Football.
Musical.
I'm
Though,
aware,
although,
but by God, was I just deluged with information? Why the shit do we have so many statistics about football?
It's America's pastime. We've been enjoying it for
especially
like
in the
Maria,
Midwest.
Maria,
80
there are
years.
specific weights from the start of the NFL for every single player.
Yeah, we know.
Who the fuck wrote this down and kept it?
It's one of the few things that men are societally allowed to have passion about.
That's true.
I guess.
Yeah, that's true.
Sports, and that's about it.
And if they care,
Anything
it has
else
to
is
be
weird.
noted down for all of history.
Yeah, so that way,
Absolutely.
when somebody else pretends to like it, they can be like, "Oh, really? Do you really like it?
Yes.
Yes.
What was this
They can
player's
gatekeep.
weight in the year 1910?"
legally, I had to get familiar with football and hockey. I went to a Big Ten school, so it's like a requirement.
Yeah,
of being
you-
there.
Oh
You live
man,
in
I've been to a
Wisconsin.
Big Ten and I escaped with 0 sports
You
knowledge.
went to 2
Same.
Big Tens.
Yeah,
God bless you.
and I ended up with negative sports knowledge.
I guess I cared a
Yeah.
little bit about soccer, so I got that one. Like, but anyway, bro.
Yes. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to San Sebastián. Last time, we wrapped up our little side adventure down, and under town, where we rescued Luciferus Cain, a member of the Young Giants, as well as some scientists who were researching a mysterious tomb. The sarcophagus of said tomb has been recovered. However, there are now hell insects infesting Undertown, and possibly also a giant demon arm. That's someone else's problem, though.
It's above our pay grade.
Let him fight
Not
it
our
out and we'll
problem.
die off of it.
The theory.
Or electric could take care of the bugs.
In theory.
They're not regular
Bugs are weak to
bugs.
fighting, I'm pretty sure.
I want you all to know that the Pokemon nerd in me went, no. But when we last left things off, Silver Phantom had gotten a little message from one of his friends.
Friends, guys.
Before we get into this, remind me what
Woo,
the in-game date
friends.
is.
Ah, yes. Actually, I do have the in-game date.
you. I forgot to write it down
that
last
feels
time.
important. I should have
Studious
that.
note taker.
The 15th of something, apparently.
15th of August was the last session, and we'll be picking up on the 17th of August.
All right,
There
thank
was time weirdness in the
That's true.
place.
You guys were only down there in your time for like a couple of hours. On the surface, it was closer to like 48.
That sucks for our pizza guy.
Yep.
It's fine. It's fine.
And whilst our adventure this evening will ultimately be focusing on Silver Phantom, let's go ahead and pick up with Thoth, actually.
Should have worn my gray hoodie. That would have been thematically appropriate.
Quick, go
Mm.
change.
That's not
We
great.
need a silver one.
No, it's
It's green.
green.
Maybe it's just my screen or something, but
It
it looks
looks
great to me.
Yeah, it's my critical
Kind
role
of like
one.
a grayish green from here.
Got the same thing on my arm.
Having fun.
I don't know.
Doing a JoJo pose to show off your tattoo.
Yeah.
Alright, but yes, let's pick up with Thoth in your civilian disguise.
My civilian disguise, I see.
Mhm.
I'm actually the hero.
So, it is a relatively busy day at Joey's Pizza. What does that look like?
It's probably... I mean, it's probably constantly just getting thrown between helping to make pizzas and being sent out on deliveries to shuttle stuff back and forth.
Alright. And are you thinking you're the only other employee here, or does Joey have like a few other hands maybe that are helping out?
I think there's maybe only, besides him, only 1 or 2 people at a time, because it's a pretty small joint, and he still handles a lot of the pizza making and front counter stuff himself,
Okay.
so
Alright.
it gets very chaotic, especially when all the stoners are hungry.
Wait.
Well, it's definitely a long shot from 420, but we will say that there are some, we'll call them visitors from Colorado,
Okay.
that have come to populate the, storefront today. And what is today's specialty weird pizza?
You have a chart.
What have we not done?
You should have like an ingredient list and you just roll for ingredients.
I should put...
Anchovies and pineapple.
Okay, so since we were talking about French fries before the stream, I'm gonna say it's French fries and pepperoni.
I was gonna say you should look up the glass nickel like pizzas because they have a bunch of weird ones, like ones with chicken tenders on them. There's one with spam and eggs on it.
Ugh,
Not
why
even fucking
spam?
kidding.
I will
Dude.
say, just to make this even more,
They're stoned a lot.
just to make this have that little extra bit of grossness. French fries and pepperoni pizza with a ketchup drizzle.
Pickle garnish.
Yes.
Well, despite the odd nature of the pizza, you've had to make about 4 of them today. Because they're in high
Stoners.
demand.
All right.
Good news is you're getting a fair few tips.
I need them.
You don't have to split tips with anybody.
Well,
That's nice.
it's him and Joey in the store, apparently, so not really, no. But amongst the hustle and bustle, the door, you hear from the back, the door open, and you hear Joey say, "Night, oh, wait a second, ain't you?" And then you hear a familiar voice. "Yes, I am Lucifer's Cain.
He's stalking
I was hoping you could point me in the direction of someone."
Oh, did he figure you out?
Is he stalking you?
Hope not.
You got a stalker.
What do you do?
Burn the store down. No witnesses.
Cockroach, light it all on fire.
Insurance fraud.
I'm probably in the back when I hear this, and there's definitely a moment when I hear his voice where I like stumble a little bit, and hesitate. But I think I am just inching a little close to the door. I'm not gonna go out, but I'm definitely eavesdropping.
All right. You don't see anything, obviously, but you can still hear as Joey says, "Look, this ain't a phone booth, buddy." You hear just sort of a pause. "Indeed. I don't suppose a hero by the name of Thoth has been by here recently?" Not to my knowledge. I mean, we get hero types in here occasionally, but I don't exactly ask everyone's name. To be frequent. Well, thank you for your time. You hear the door open again, you hear, like, some other customers, like, milling about, coming in.
Okay, I go back to work. Whatever pizza I was making. Probably another one of the French fry and pepperoni.
Mm-hmm.
Silently freaking out, like, oh my god. I've stopped bringing pizza around.
The pizza's ratted you out.
This man met you one time and has pieced it together. We've hung out with you for like months, and it just
That's because there's one brain cell and nobody even knows where it is.
we're not putting it towards figuring out each other's identities.
It's actually with the AI.
Tabs has it. Tabs has the brain cell.
Tabs has
is the brain cell.
I will throw this out there.
Tabs is the only
The
brain
tower that Luciferus lives in is, like, down the boardwalk from Joey's. Like,
Oh, fuck!
and also, I don't know how much the rest of y'all have even been to the Bayfront, so... like, you probably
The
know the
truck's
name of
there.
the place, but you probably don't know where it's at.
God, wait, I'm just waiting for the pizza delivery to the Young Giants.
Turn it down. Reject. Cancel order.
Something tells me that might be coming later, but we'll see. Totally not making a note here.
Surprised we hadn't thought of that one already.
I've thought of similar, but we'll see. But in the meanwhile, we will go ahead and cut to Glory and HK. We will say that the two of you have ended up doing some hero work today. What kind of crime would you like to be stopping?
Another rampaging lizard.
Oh, a rampaging lizard.
All
Remember
right.
when we tag teamed the last one?
We'll say it's not so dangerous of a situation as the first time y'all met.
The smaller
Um,
lizard.
In this case, it is an
baby.
iguana. It's an iguana that's grown to about, let's say, 20 or so feet long. As it appears someone's science experiment for class got a bit mixed up. And it's not so much like rampaging as much as it's just like freaking the hell out because it doesn't know what the hell's going on.
Yeah, that's fair.
So
I
how
rolled
the
for
two of
animal
you-
handling.
How are you two handling the giant iguana situation?
Well, we don't have our resident bug expert to bribe it with food, so calming it down is probably the best bet.
I think they like bananas, so like I could like just run in and grab a banana real quick from the store and like see if we can like corral it into something.
Worth a shot. Glory's trying to keep it contained and stop it from stepping on anyone.
Okay. Why don't you keep the situation under control? I'll go get some bananas and we can try to lure it into like I don't know, like a empty storage room somewhere or I don't know.
Figure it out.
We'll figure it out. Okay. She just like zips off, goes to the store. She grabs bananas and like as she's like running out, like just like throws $10 bill or puts a $10 bill on the thing. It's the cash register. Just runs out.
There's just like this really bored preteen who's like on their phone, and then you just
And
like,
then he just like there's $10 all of a sudden.
Do you need a receipt?
you want change?
No time for change.
All right. Well, Glory, as HK is off getting a banana, we'll say that you ended up corralling this critter next to like an electronics store that has got like that TV set up where it's like showing all the different screens, and it happens to be turned to the news. You usually don't pay such things any mind, up until the point that a familiar superheroine shows up. As you see Sekhmet standing in front of what looks like some sort of retrofitted firehouse with a few other heroes.
Interesting.
Most notable one you spot at a glance is Rottweiler.
What?
Rottweiler is a very well-known hero, and kind of for all the wrong reasons.
Ah,
He is... Think of like a Venn diagram between Batman and the Punisher, and he's sort of in the middle there.
okay. So, more anti-hero than anything else.
Yeah. And he's definitely a supporter for more extreme measures when it comes to containing supervillains.
Fair. You said he's part of a group along with Sekhmet?
Well, you don't know if they're
Or,
officially
like,
a
I mean,
group.
they're standing in the same.
Yeah. Standing in the same shot.
You said, like, a retrofitted firehouse?
Looks like it.
Does it look familiar?
Roll me a d6.
Sure. 1.
Nope. Unfortunately, you do not recognize it.
Alright. Probably stares for a moment before the lizard starts moving again and refocuses.
And here comes the banana.
Okay, I got some bananas. She
Toss
just,
him
like-
in.
Yeah, she starts peeling one. And
I'm not sure it's big. I think it might be too big to care about the peels.
maybe, but like, can you smell them with the peel? I don't know. All
Go for
right.
it.
She just like tosses a peeled banana at the iguana. to see if it eats it.
Okay.
It ate it?
Let's,
Mm-hmm.
let's lure it somewhere that's not here.
Okay. Where do we want to lure it?
Where are we in the city right now?
Let's lure it into that firehouse.
That's conveniently right
same.
there.
It's not the same spot.
It's right there.
But we'll say that Intac is on the scene and they have like a containment truck to help with.
Oh, well
housing
then
this
she'll
thing.
just start peeling bananas and like moving backwards towards the.
You can have to do.
As HK lures it into their containment unit, Glory's keeping one eye on the lizard to make sure it doesn't stomp anyone, and the other eye on the broadcast. Try to figure out what's going on.
It's a little hard to tell because you can't hear the audio, and at this distance you can't read what's like scrolling on the ticker tape. You do catch the impact font that gets laid over the image at one point, spelling out "Rough House."
Is that a phrase I'm familiar with?
I mean, as a term, yes, but
Okay. I mean, as like an alternate meaning. I'm assuming no.
no.
Interesting.
Meanwhile, Silver Phantom. You with us, Maria?
Yeah.
There you are. Sorry, I didn't hear you.
Just waiting.
Mic there. You have received some updates from Dutch regarding things, and we come to a scene in Little Mars, which, for context, for our viewers here, Little Mars is the district that is primarily dominated by aliens, because in this setting, aliens are kind of a known thing. Aliens just exist, and that's a fact people have had to deal with for 50 to 60 years now. And in San Sebastián, a significant portion of Martians have actually immigrated to Earth and formed Little Mars here. It's kind of similar to the International District, with the exception of, a lot of the population is not human. Though, you'd be forgiven for mistaking a Martian for a human, as at first glance, they're pretty similar. But there are a few things that delineate a Martian from a human. Most notably, 4 fingers. They do not have pinkies.
They're wearing clothes. Do any of them have snakes?
What?
Nobody's read Stranger in a Strange Land but me, but it's okay.
No snakes. They are wearing clothes. Though I will note, Martians don't really get human delineations of fashion items. And so they just kind of wear whatever, regardless of their gender expressed or otherwise.
As it should be.
They also have minor psychic abilities. Not so much telepathy, but telekinesis. But the big noticing factor when it comes to a Martian is their eyes. They do not have pupils. Instead, what looks like a colored iris is in fact a viewport into their internal compound eye, which is how they view things. Sort of like what flies have, except it's got like a sclera layered over it so they can selectively see through chunks of it.
I know, yeah, it's like the little like dome.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I get it. Sort of.
And Silver Phantom, you are called here today for an interesting event. As you are, how are you getting yourself to the location you're supposed to meet Dutch? Are you taking your hoverboard in costume and then changing? Are you taking public transport? What you doing?
I didn't think this far ahead. I can't really take the hoverboard places, can I? Public transportation it is.
Well, I mean,
Only-
you can ride the hoverboard. You just might want to
Only
be
in costume.
No, yeah, really only in costume. The bus.
The
All right.
bus.
You get off the station at a, It would be described as a hole in the wall if it weren't for the fact that it's so bizarre. As you walk up on a eatery by the name of Space Burgers.
Burgers.
Dutch has told you that Space Burgers is a Martian-owned and operated restaurant that usually serves Martian cuisine, which can be a bit of a mystery to Earthlings for some obvious reasons. But that's part of the reason why you're here, as Dutch has arranged a sort of special series for his online persona reviewing Martian food. As you walk into the establishment, it is not well populated. There's a few people around, most of them Martians. You see, like, one guy with dark skin and glasses sort of off in the corner, just sort of reading the menu. But towards the kitchen area, where there's like a buffet line set out, there is Dutch. Would you care to describe Dutch for us?
I didn't write down anything for his description.
Make it up on the fly.
Hang on, let me just pull up Pinterest. Okay, well, Will Arnett was the first thing that popped up. So I'll say he looks like Will Arnett. It's kind of tall, gangly.
Love it.
Dark hair, light hair.
Dark hair. Dark eyes.
Alright. And you note that with him is only one person that you recognize, which is to be expected, as you've been told that the whole reason he reached out to you is that Miguel, unfortunately, appears to have caught some stomach bug during his scouting and is not able to be cameraman for this series of shorts that Dutch is working on. But the other
Poor
individual with him is Cole. Would you care to describe Cole?
I didn't know any
Reopens Pinterest.
descriptions, Crow.
It's your NPCs. I've been letting you guys describe your NPCs for the most part.
Cole looks cool. I don't know.
Austin Butler.
All right.
Darker skin, big fluffy curly hair.
Ooh. Diego Bonetta, I think it was.
Yeah. Yeah.
Him.
She's kind of still got like charcoal, like from the pencils, kind of all over her hands. It's like a permanent stain at this point almost.
All right. Looks like she's been permanently, like, shaded with a charcoal pencil.
Yeah.
Alright.
It's all up in the nail beds.
She and Dutch are currently talking, and there is a third individual, a Martian, standing with them. He is wearing a hot pink tank top, and what appears to be an 80s style set of bell-bottom jeans. It is a strong look.
I'm here for it.
Further accented by the large, apparently custom necklace he's wearing, studded with about 100 of those tiny little tchotchke aliens that you can get out of, like, vending machines and stuff. Because this is something all of you would know, but the audience may not. Martians think it's hilarious what humans thought aliens were going to look like, and have fully adopted the little green man as, like, their icon.
As they should.
Yeah. Honestly.
So he's just wearing, like, a whole chain of those. And as you approach, Dutch notices you, sort of like puts a hand on Cole's shoulder for a moment, and calls you over. Hey, Danny, over here.
Hey.
Hey. So, Chi, this is Danny. Danny,
What's up?
this is Cheeto Ron. This is the chef here.
Sick necklace, man.
Thank you. I made it myself. So, she's going to be helping out, giving some explanations of stuff. Camera is right over there.
Okay.
You remember how to get started?
Yeah. Hang on. Okay. Dogs are being corralled.
Oh.
Yeah, I remember how to do all that. No problem.
Alright. So, we're probably going to get started with, like, a little overview shot. Probably collect some bee footage. He sort of, like, looks around the room and how, like, sparsely populated it is. H.E., are we expecting more folks to come in later? He sort of looks around. Possibly. It depends. That's alright, we can always, like, add in more. We can add in more, right, Cole? She just, like, gives him a look. Yeah, we
More
can add
customers?
Yeah, you know. They got that, like, new AI program, lets you paint in people.
Sure.
And Cole is just like... you would know from their previous interactions, SB, Cole's not a fan of AI, being an artist and all.
It's depressing to know that in the future it's still around.
Well, you literally work for one, so...
Fine.
Our boss is an AI.
Jack's not an AI. He's a human. I'm
Not the
pretty
boss I'm
sure
talking
he's a
about.
human.
No.
Just an AI meat suit.
Yikes. A good concept, but yikes. Alright. So, as you are getting the camera set up, roll me a d6 real quick.
5.
Okay, that's high enough. You notice that dark-skinned man from before, he's kind of looking over his menu, or at least you think he is. It's kind of hard to tell with the sunglasses indoors. That's kind of weird. But you get the impression he's looking at you.
That's weird. I'm gonna look at him while trying not to obviously stare at him. Oh, wait, no, Tabs. I'm going to discreetly take a picture of him and ask Tabs who it is.
God.
I'm gonna need you to roll 2d6 for me.
That's
You have to
fair.
convince the AI that you just called non-AI.
That was Maria making commentary.
Oh, okay.
What do I want to add to this? Or am I just rolling 2d6?
Yeah, let's just make this a 2d6.
Okay.
I don't know what
Dice.
label to
Yeah,
add to
dice.
be a creeper.
Directly engage a threat.
Not being conspicuous.
7.
Okay. So you managed to get a photograph, probably unnoticed, but it's a little, like, shaky and blurry because you sort of had to hold your phone at an odd angle. And as Dutch, Cole, and Chi are sort of, like, chatting about the episode that's about to be filmed here, you sort of shoot it over to Tabs.
Who then reprimands me for being weird.
She
Mhm.
does not, actually.
Tabs is also weird.
I like
Yeah,
that
it's true.
Tom's never tells us how to human.
I don't know about that. I feel like
I like it when the AI tells us how to be humans. It's my favorite. You're doing it wrong.
And it seems like she's taking a while. Like, the little message window is, like, popped up, but it's, like, still spinning as she's still thinking.
Anyway, I'm gonna check the white balance and all that jazz on the... Hey, Lily. On the camera and stuff.
Looks good. As you look back up, though, guy's gone.
Okay.
And it's about at that point, Dutch says, "Hey, Danny, we ready?"
Yeah, we're all good.
All right.
Hello, Snoot. Hello, Snoot.
Just like we practiced, G. All right? We're going to make this look great.
You can't have the dice.
And you sort of get to position. Cole is sort of behind you, sort of like monitoring the feed and stuff. And you can also tell as you're like taking position, the other Martians in the establishment are like, what's going on over there? Because Mars does not really have like a streaming culture per se. So it's just kind of like, this is weird. The humans are doing human things.
Yeah, they are.
It's about this time. Dutch goes, all right, 3, 2, 1, clap sync. And here we go. Welcome back, guys, to Dutch Eats. As promised, we are here at Space Burgers. This here is Cheeteron, main chef at Space Burgers. He's going to be showing us around the place, showing us some traditional Martian dishes and some traditional Martian tools, which are available via today's sponsor, Spaceship. He starts going through the whole spiel. Like, you're familiar with this from his shorts. You do notice, though, he's going a bit longer than he usually would.
I don't know.
And as, like, the recording goes on, like, collecting some B footage, like, taking a few takes, Cole sort of leans over. Make sure you're keeping the cam steady.
Yeah, for
We're
sure.
going to try to launch the YouTube channel from this.
Oh, nice.
You ever had Martian food?
Even I had. Odd, I have not. Nope. Never tried it.
Don't tell Dutch, but I don't think I'm going to eat anything.
It might be good.
I don't know. I saw that thing that he brought in from the truck this morning. It was like a scorpion if everything was stingers.
It's probably spicy.
Can Martians taste spicy?
I don't know.
Oh boy. And you can see as she, like, goes onto her phone and pulls up the number for food poisoning to the forefront just in case.
The poison hotline.
But eventually, the filming moves into the kitchen. And immediately, you're reminded at how sort of different Martian cooking is to human cooking, because in comparison to the food truck, this is way more elaborate. For the first thing, this kitchen is 3 stories tall. And it has this
space.
It has this big open centerway. And you watch as a few of the other, like, staff in the kitchen are just, like, floating from station to station inside of it. Like, instead of having a, like, sprawling kitchen, it appears that Martians build up because they just sort of have the innate ability to levitate themselves. So it's a bit more space efficient. Don't grimace, you know that was good.
Boo. Boo.
But there is a table laid out with a few different items. All right, take 5, guys. We're just going to go over this real quick, make sure I know what the heck I'm talking about. Cole's like, all right. What are you doing during this break, Silver Phantom?
Probably just get some B footage of the kitchen.
Okay. Easy enough.
And then I'm gonna look at everything I can possibly look at on this floor, because it's weird and different.
It is very weird and different. even during the B footage, you see a fair few things that just are very surprising. You see what you believe was the thing that Cole was referring to before, which, now that you can look at it, basically looks like a weirdly contracted centipede with like these very sharp legs that is apparently being grilled and seasoned with what looks like pepper. You're not entirely certain what's up with that.
I'll film it anyway.
You watch as one cook takes what you are 99% certain is just a hunk of pumice, sticks it into a machine,
Stone.
like pumice
Like
stone.
the stone. Okay.
And then just like this thick gravy-looking paste comes out the other side. And they're like collecting into like small bowls.
Okay.
You see... Go ahead.
The guy who's grilling the scorpion thing, can I ask what that is?
Sure. We'll say that he is approximately in chef attire. The 8-inch pumps are a little surprising, but otherwise it's chef attire.
Good thing federal agencies were dismantled years ago, because that's a violation.
Well, he's also not walking on them, so you assume it's not an issue.
Oh yeah, I forgot they were all Martians.
But he sees you sort of flagging him down, and he sort of floats down to you. Yes?
What are you cooking? What is that creature?
Cooking?
The centipede looking thing. What is that?
Oh, Gishak.
Gishak. Interesting. Okay.
He like levitates back over and then like grabs one of its legs, and it just sort of like pops off, and there's just like this fluorescent yellow like flesh sort of like extruding out. Like if you've ever taken a leg off of a crab and how the meat will just sort of like start to ooze out of it, it's sort of like that. And he floats back down and offers it to you.
I'll try it. Do I die?
You do not die. It's not spicy. It is very sour. It's like the texture of crab, but the flavor of sour apple.
Very sour crab texture. Thanks. This is good.
Well, nah. He sort of like bows to you, floats back to what he was doing.
I don't know Martian.
And it's about this time you feel a hand on your shoulder as you are suddenly yanked to the side, off into a side area.
Oh no, what have I done?
And you suddenly find yourself face to face with the dark-skinned man in the dark glasses.
Do I still have the camera?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to close it. I have to make sure it's turned off.
What are you doing here? You do not recognize the face, but you recognize the voice.
Gestures to camera. Filming?
And the illusion fades away slowly. Danny, would you care to describe what your father looks like?
This one I actually had prepared. He's got long white hair. He's old, obviously. Old man. Kind of like high cheekbones. Guppy says he has a ponytail. He's contributing.
All right.
Slade Wilson.
Beady little, well, they're blue eyes, but beady little blue eyes. If he's smiling, it's a little crooked, but I doubt he's smiling.
Oh, he is not smiling currently.
Oh no. Oh, my Google Docs are fine. Okay, never mind.
Under any other circumstance, you would say that he's disappointed in you, but given the fact that you don't know why the hell he's in a Martian restaurant, who's to say why he's looking at you like that?
What are you doing here?
What do you think?
Getting Martian food? I don't know. Did you try the good shock? It's pretty good.
I don't know what that is, and I don't care. You need to leave.
Okay, well, I'm not gonna leave because I'm hanging out with my friends. I'm an adult. I don't have to listen to you. I'm just gonna walk by. Or try to anyway.
You feel an invisible force halt you.
Oh my god, I hate magic. I hate magic so much.
And then, unless you're like actually fighting it, he just sort of like rotates you back to him.
No, it doesn't do you any good. Fight the magic.
I don't care what you're doing here. You are leaving.
I gotta finish this thing.
So this
How long-
thing,
Yeah, the video.
a video.
You know what a video is.
I'm more wondering why my son is bothering with one.
Because, okay, you remember Dutch, right? We did karate. He does videos on the internet, and his normal camera guy, you remember Miguel from high school? Well, he's sick. So I'm helping him do it.
Daniel, I don't care. Get out of here.
What, is this whole place gonna blow up?
Provided everyone does what they're told, no, it will not be blowing up.
Why do you want to blow up a Martian restaurant? What did they ever do?
I'm not going to blow up a Martian restaurant. Fine.
It's gonna take like a couple hours tops. Probably.
You're certain of that?
If not, I just, I don't know, stick my hand in a fryer or something. Have to go to the hospital. Do they have fryers here? I didn't see a fryer. I'm sure I can cause some kind of havoc that would make us have to leave. They have to have fryers in here. Stick my hand on the grill.
You feel your phone buzz in your pocket.
I'm gonna look at it just to see who
And
is.
now you're checking your phone.
It buzzed. Oh my god. Is it tabs?
It is tabs.
Okay, then I'm gonna put it back in my pocket.
Okay. If you're done within a couple hours, things should be fine. If you're here when the operation goes down, don't do anything stupid.
I've never done anything stupid in my entire life.
We both know that's incorrect.
Agree to disagree.
Why are you doing this?
Because my friend wanted to hang out with me. Sorry I have a life, unlike some people.
We will talk later. He releases his hold on you.
Collect my camera and leave.
By the time you try to like check back on him, already gone.
It's fine. Do they have fryers here?
Looking around, you see something that looks like a fryer.
Okay.
It's definitely pouring something out of it.
That's
You don't
not normal.
You don't think liquids are fried usually, but that's what's being
I
used
mean,
for.
you could fry the liquid. It would just be what funnel cake is.
Well, funnel cake usually doesn't look like lime jello.
It's fair. I'm gonna go back to Dutch. Guys. I had some random B-roll of stuff.
Great. I think we've got everything covered here. Hey, you guys mind being tasters with me?
Sure, I tried the gashak and that was really good.
She sort of is like, oh yes, the gashak's very good. Did you enjoy the central vein?
Did I have a central vein?
You did.
I
not.
had a leg. I don't think I had a central vein.
Oh, central vein is the best part.
Okay.
Cole's just sort of like. Dutch comes over. Come on, live a little. For me? She sort of like looks over to you.
It could be worse. It could be a weird pizza monstrosity. And I'll just name ingredients that Thoth has brought on a pizza.
Roll to provoke for me.
I didn't open my books.
I can give you random ingredients. I mean, who can forget the chocolate covered crickets and blueberry yogurt covered raisins?
The crickets really is what made it not great. Where are my mask books? They're right there. I know how to read. I have a 0 in superior. Ooh, 7. Thank God.
Okay.
Oh, she's an NPC though.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Fine,
Can't be any
fine.
worse than chocolate covered crickets and blueberry yogurt.
She looks a little confused. Dutch, I thought you said that humans did not consume bacterial cultures. Zara, like, looks back at him. We don't. But is that not what a yogurt
Yogurt is bacteria. It's alive.
I guess it's true.
Yeah.
And Cole's just like, fine. 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 I'll eat it. God. And filming continues. There's a great deal of filming about the actual preparing of certain Martian dishes.
So you can make them at home for your friends and family.
As a matter of fact, filming does take a little bit while because part of Dutch's thing is that he has brought a number of human ingredients and is making suggestions on how to make replica dishes at home.
That's fair.
For example, for the gashak, he does recommend getting a crab.
But it's sour.
He has an assortment of cooking tips that I just frankly don't know to advise on changing the flavor palette. One of the few things he can't really replicate, though, is what turns out to be rock soup, which is the pumice that you saw being liquefied.
Does it taste like rocks?
No, weirdly.
Oh.
It tastes almost exactly one-to-one like porridge, just a lot heavier in the stomach. Go figure. And it's surprisingly filling.
That tracks.
Dutch ends up recommending like a gravy mixture to it. But you're sort of sitting there like, I don't know if that's the right way to do this. Do you think you would correct him on that? Or would you just
Probably not.
let him continue with his show?
It's his show. I was asked to be a camera person, not weigh in on gravy.
All right. But as you're sort of watching the clock here, Silver Phantom, it's getting closer and closer to past that 2-hour mark. As like dish after dish is being worked on. Do you do anything, or do you just keep on at it?
How many more things are we filming?
I think we've got 7 more dishes.
Huh.
Cole's like, oh, thank God.
I'm gonna check and see what Tabs sent.
All right. Tabs did send a reply. Sorry for delayed reply. Face does not match any known databanks. Face does not match any known human parameters. Face is impossible.
Well,
Suspect camouflaging.
just send back I'm in Little Mars. That makes sense. And then I'll pull up Glory's contact, but I'm not gonna do anything yet. Stick my phone back in my pocket.
I'm sorry, look up whose contact?
Glory's contact in case something terrible goes on. Something is gonna go wrong, I'm sure.
No, what would make you think that?
Nothing can go wrong.
Everything's gonna go right.
Oh no, it all went wrong.
Meanwhile, back at Joey's Pizza. At a certain point, you are asked to do a delivery.
Alright.
Not a supersized one, but it's going to take you across town. But as you're gathering up the pizza and step outside, you are met by a familiar, dark-suited young man.
You do
He's
have a
stalking
stalker.
me.
Is that what you say?
No. So, like, because I imagine that you said it takes me across town, so I'm probably going to need my scooter for this. And I imagine it's like my scooter is parked behind the pizza joint, so I go out the back door, so he's just in the alleyway behind
Yep.
pizza. Oh my god. Okay. So what is he doing?
He appears to be leaning against the back of the shop. And you can see that he has what looks like an old maritime compass in his hands.
Okay. That
Sorry.
probably
Excuse
me. Need something, buddy?
Buddy.
You're younger. Tell me, has a hero by the name of Thoth come by? I'd expect him to be coming by relatively weekly. At the very least, 3 days a week.
He might be if he. I mean, not necessarily showing up in costume. So
Yeah, that's my concern. Apologies, where are my manners? Lucifer's Cane, at your service.
nice to meet you. Diego.
A pleasure, Diego. Now, if you'll excuse me, I think perhaps I need to try my search elsewhere.
Sure. I'll head over to my grab the pizza back.
He sort of nods, and then, like, without any sort of, like, clear bodily effort, he just, like, whoop, starts floating away.
Fucking magic guy. Once he's out of sight, I'll probably, like, let out a long breath and just hang my head a little bit before starting my scooter and, hang off.
Alright. The plug in the navigation, or do you try to just remember the address?
I think I will try and remember the address, and we'll see how well this goes.
Roll me a d6.
Hey, the 5.
Okay. You struggle a little bit, but you do manage to get there without pulling open the navigation app. It helps that there's a long straightaway to where you need to go. Not too many twists and turns.
Hey, I got it right, so that's all that matters.
Though there is one detour you need to take, because apparently there's a giant iguana situation downtown. Not certain what's up with that.
It's San
Speaking of,
Sebastian.
So it goes. Glory, HK, the iguana has been successfully contained. And Tabs does not have any immediate other notifications for you. Do the two of you just go your own ways, or you patrolling together? What you do?
Together seems reasonable. We're both here.
Do you tell HK about what was going on in the station? Because
No.
Okay, then she doesn't know.
Do you try
Otherwise,
together?
she'd be like, let's snoop. But if she doesn't know, then she's like, yeah, we can patrol.
Glory, do you try to get more information? Like, are you paying attention to the news as you go, or...
I'd say yeah.
Okay. Roll me just 2d6 in general.
5.
Okay.
Does that count as
Unfor-
failing a roll in terms of potential, or no?
I'm gonna say no, because it's not an official
Yeah.
move. This is just
That
sort
is
of
fair.
like
That's
a
fair.
randomizer thing.
All right.
Unfortunately, you're not able to learn a whole lot more. You do pick up on a few other people who appear to be associated with this rough house, whatever it is. You know one of them is the Blind Bowman, who's actually a former villain. That's a little interesting. Earth Mover, who's sort of this, like, C-list construction-themed heroine.
Okay.
This is kind of probably the biggest thing she's ever done. And then there's another relatively well-known name, Native Patriot, who's sort of a... if Captain America was actually a captain of the original America, think Native Patriot.
What's his reputation?
Insane, for lack of better terminology.
Oh.
The man has no fear. He has taken on threats well outside of his power scaling and won. Which
He's
is
still
how-
here.
Yeah. Which
He
is
has
how...
all the audacity.
Yeah, he is like 99% audacity by volume.
That's
I love
fair.
that.
I mean, yeah.
Which has earned him
I'm
a
with it.
reputation among some hero circles of being way too friggin' reckless. But...
HK doesn't think that that's true.
But his track record speaks for itself. He's got a fair few arrests under his hat, so to
And he
speak.
hasn't died. Hello.
Interesting.
Just continues to be an odd assemblage of heroes.
Glory makes a note of everyone involved that she notices.
Alright. Elsewise, though, any trouble you guys run into, it's pretty well handled for the day. Seems like light work for the two of you.
Unusual.
Just wait.
Quiet. Too quiet.
The sound of a moped goes down the street.
Smells strange pizza.
And there's the smell of a weird pizza.
Yeah. Shiver goes up your spine.
An ill omen.
Yep.
Meanwhile, Silver Phantom. Filming has been going on for about 2.5 hours now. Mostly because Chi is very insistent about giving all the context for every single dish you're going over. You get the impression he has not really had the chance to talk Martian cuisine with humans at all, and is very excited to do so.
Fair.
Unfortunately, however, it does mean that you're kind of going over time, even for what Dutch and Cole had blocked out. So at a certain point, Dutch says, "Gee, buddy, we appreciate it, buddy, but we are kind of overfilling. Danny, what's our storage looking like?"
Probably almost full.
You're like at 75% full data storage at this point.
It's not a lot of room.
Yeah, we might want to wrap this up. But the Horkanash. I know. And trust me, this stuff's gonna be great. But we do eventually need to... And it's right about at that moment that the back door to the kitchen, boom, flies open. And you see 3 heavily armed and armored individuals walk in. The one in the lead, each of them has like a sheer black face mask, like SWAT style, like one-way reflective mirror sort of deal. He hefts a rather hefty-looking firearm and shouts through like a voice changer, "On the ground, now, all of you!" What's your initial reaction, Danny?
I didn't bring my costume, so this isn't really gonna go well.
Hence why I asked if you were riding the hoverboard.
You still got that contact pulled up?
I do. I'm gonna get on the ground, but I'm also gonna call Glory. And
Okay. Dutch sort of like stumbles and like starts getting slowly on the ground. So does Cole. Chi is just like looking around. "What is this? You are not allowed to come into establishment." Whereupon the gunman pulls the trigger and sends a bullet directly through his shoulder.
oh, buddy,
As
I
he
don't
is
know
just, like,
anything
on
about
the
Martian
ground, just like,
physiology. Is there? I'm gonna grab a towel if there's a towel nearby and just get up and pressure.
Whereupon a second gunman comes up specifically to you. He said, "On the ground!"
Eat a dick.
Oh boy. Okay.
I fucking love SP.
Roll to take a powerful blow.
That's fine. I
Machine
have a
numbers are getting
condition
pistol-whipped.
because I'm always angry. We didn't buddy system this time. The guys were left alone.
Yeah, we will learn.
And a
Today.
dice.
I mean, was I
got a
technically
2.
alone if Luciferus Kane was stalking me?
Wait, no,
And
two's
I-
good on this one.
I failed the roll, so I marked potential.
Okay.
And
So, he does indeed go to just smack you with the butt of the rifle. What happens? How do you absorb it?
I catch it.
Nothing goes over my head.
Nothing goes over my head. I'm too fast. I would catch it.
Okay. So, there's
I'll catch it and I'll take the momentum with it. So I'm not just gonna like smash my arm or something.
Okay. Still, there's sort of this moment where, like, both Dutch and Cole are, like, looking at you like, "Oh, shit." And then the gun, like, swings in, and you just, like slide a little bit on the kitchen floor. And there's just, like, this beat of people just, like, staring at you like, "What the shit?"
Can I flip him with the gun now that I have it in my hands? Like roll
Oh my God.
backwards to get to my feet. take it, either fling him with me or get the gun, I guess.
Roll to directly engage, I guess.
Holy shit.
I love this.
You shouldn't be here. It doesn't tell me why I shouldn't be here. I have a 2 to my danger. I am in danger. 6, 7, 8, 9, 11.
Well, hot damn. Pick 2. If you want to take the gun,
I would like to take something from them.
Yeah.
A gun.
And I would like to. It would probably be impressive that I've done this because they don't know me from Adam. But impress, surprise, or frighten the opposition.
Yeah, that's fair. So you end up just like ripping the gun out of this guy's hands.
Yeah.
He's just like you can't see his face, but the helmet is just moving around like, what the hell? But he does appear to be a professional because he recovers pretty quickly and goes in for a pretty strong elbow to your chest. So go, and what condition did you say you had marked?
Angry.
We'll go ahead and say mark afraid. Because you did not choose to evade his blows, so he does get a shot in. But the other 2 gunmen, they're just like, what the hell? Who is this guy? Whereupon, you feel a familiar force wrap itself around your torso as you are yoinked off the ground and slammed into one of the counters, sort of like in the interior column wall. As coming out of his invisibility, well, Silver Phantom, would you
cheating?
Would you care to describe your father's costume?
It looks like his. Except it's he's got a cape, I think I said.
Mm-hmm.
Boy, did I not put my costume into my own game notes? No, I didn't.
Was very
I did not.
I can describe off the Hero Forge if you'd like me to.
Yeah, it's like a whole silver bodysuit with the face mask, but there's actual like a voice modulator, and then he's got a cape because it's evil.
So his dad has a cape, but he doesn't, and that's
Yeah.
the big difference.
Yeah, and he has the voice modulator. I do not, because I am
Evil.
trying to hide. I'm not evil. Only evil people use voice modulators.
And as you're sort of slammed up there through the modulated voice, if you're quite done, I do believe we have a job to finish. And with just like a flick of his finger, the gun like goes skittering back towards the mercenary.
I'm shooting Martians up in here that don't understand they're being robbed.
They'll understand soon enough. Collect the rest of the hostages and search for the egg.
Did my call go through?
As a matter of fact, it did, and Glory, you've been hearing about the past 5 minutes of this.
I probably stopped HK and I'm just... So, through all that, I heard mentions of Martians.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know enough about where SP might have been to probably know the exact location, but I know this is going to be in Little Mars.
I will
Probably.
Get Tabs on and ask Tabs to do AI
Probably just-
stuff and figure
yeah.
out where this seems to be going on, or if there are any disturbances.
Probably put in the request while we're getting to Little Mars. Glory can probably
Yeah, Little
float on the
Mars.
hoverboard if you want to pull her at super speed.
Yeah, that's actually
Does it work like that?
He's got the durability for it.
Fair.
We put the harness on on the pink-haired bubbly girl, and she just go.
Oh my god.
Like a tether.
That's one way to put it.
Okay. So, as the two of you start speeding towards Little Mars, Tabs comes back. No incident reported. Phone traced to Spaceburger. She provides the address.
Spaceburger it is.
Alert. Silver Phantom sent photograph from location of unknown individual. And the photograph pops up into your feed. Photograph did not match any records and is believed to be a false appearance.
Great news.
Jack.
We should
Favorite.
we don't know what kind of situation this is necessarily, but we should get it not going loud. Subtlety.
We will.
Looks like it's a hostage situation. It's
Stop. What, like a couple blocks away?
That works.
And
Then get a
go
vantage
in on
point.
foot? Yeah.
And it's right about at that point the phone signal cuts off from your end, Glory.
Fair.
On your side, Silver Phantom, you watch as the Silver Spectre telekinesis your phone off the ground and then just...
Oh, that
Squishes it.
cost me money!
I love him, you're on.
No expression through the mask, just...
You can't. I
Flicks
don't
it
think you
away.
can express through the mask, so it's fair. To explain to Tabs why I need a new phone, and if she could pretty please give me a new phone.
As the mercenaries on the ground are, like, collecting hostages, binding them, Silver sort of, like, floats closer to you, Danny. And you can hear from the ground, "Oh shit, Danny!" As Dutch and Cole are just, like, watching terrified as one of the biggest supervillains in the city has you pinned to a wall and is just floating menacingly to you.
I forgot how this looks on the outside. I'm sure it'll be fine. Can I move at all?
Very little.
Oh, I was gonna try and kick him.
I mean,
We have a single brain
You
cell
can
and the
try.
AI has it, and it's not a real brain cell, it's an artificial one.
It's an artificial brain cell.
but he sort of, like, floats closer, and you can see, like, a knob on the voice changer, like, rotate down the volume so that he can whisper easier. I told you not to do anything stupid.
I'm supposed to just let this dude bleed out?
He's not going to die.
I don't know anything about Martian physiology.
Well, you don't need to care. So long as he gives us the egg, we will leave.
That seems important. Actually, hang on.
Next time, maybe you'll listen when I tell you to leave.
Really would not put money on that one.
Jeez.
Daniel, this is ridiculous, and you know it.
Sorry, I can't be evil.
Now, stop being a petulant child and play the part you're supposed to. And you feel as a zip tie cuff, one of them sinks around one of your hands.
That's fine.
He starts to telekinesis you around so that your hands are bound. And then he just unceremoniously drops you on the floor.
It's fine.
Whereupon, Dutch, like, squirms his way over because his hands have also been bound at this point. Holy shit, dude, are you okay?
Yeah. Yeah, that was I am not I don't like flying.
What the fuck?
If I dislocated my wrist, could I get out of the zip ties?
Possibly.
Okay. Wrists grow back, right?
The bones can reset.
Yeah, it's
He's a
fine.
madman.
Doesn't like being told what to do.
I
Got a
want
problem with
anybody-
authority.
I want- ODD? Oppositional defiant disorder?
The oppositional daddy disorder, but that works too.
That's
Same,
pretty
it's
good.
the same thing as a clinician. I can verify that's the same thing.
That is
You
a
heard it here, folks.
medical diagnosis.
Are we allowed to diaggnose people on the internet?
We're not technically
They're
diagnosing
not real
them.
people,
Doesn't
so
Oh,
yes,
yeah,
I
I'm
can
not.
do that.
I'm not real people. That's right.
Well, SP, yeah.
As Dutch is like looking at you wide-eyed, just like, what the fuck? One of the mercenaries comes back over. No talking! And then just like grabs Dutch by the cuffs and just like hauls him away. And then comes back for you. And the lot of you are being propped up against what looks like the freezer doors, which is sort of like in the middle of the area. And then mercenary number 3 comes back, sort of looks up at Silver Spectre, who's still just like hovering in the kitchen, just cape ominously like slow billowing. And you know there's no wind in here, so he's got to be doing that himself.
I'm gonna point that out. There's no wind. Your cape wouldn't billow.
Dude, shut up!
God.
Cole's just like, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die after eating rocks. There's gonna be rocks in my stomach.
That's liquid. I mean, it would stay liquid. Your stomach acid would continue to break it down, so.
That's not helping! And you do see, as they bring Chi over, he is also cuffed, but it appears that one of the mercenaries has actually bandaged his shoulder.
All I wanted to do. This all could have been avoided.
Everyone's secure, boss. Good. Spectre like floats back down, does the Magneto thing where he just like slowly steps into like a walk. Now, which of you is the head chef? Speak up now.
Wait, above the table. There's only one Martian there, right?
There's multiple Martians.
Okay.
Yeah, there was just like
Just
one
one named
customer.
one.
Yeah,
There's only
named
one in the hot
Okay.
pink tank top and the bell-bottom jeans.
Uh-huh. Somebody was
Clearly
wearing
that is the head chef.
heels.
Obviously.
Yeah.
Look
For a
at
second, I
the
thought he was asking,
necklace.
who's the head chef of this Martian restaurant? And there's one Martian in the room.
With a
Well-
necklace of Martian.
Well, he's not
on
judging,
it.
at least.
Is he ignoring you?
I
Oh
will
my
throw this
goodness,
out there.
really?
She's the only one who's named. However, Dutch did introduce him as the head chef.
Mm-hmm. That's my information. That's not his information.
And there are other Martians working the kitchen, as well as, some folks who were here for food. Come now, speak up. We don't have all day.
Is he actively paying attention to the dumbassery I'm about to do?
Well, you're all in one location. And all within his line of sight, so I'm gonna guess
Ah.
yes.
I wanted to dislocate my wrist to get it out.
My God.
I won't do that.
Look him in the eye while you do it.
Power
I'm
move?
the head chef now.
I rather not resort to torture. But I'm not above it.
Hold on, you're robbing a place and you didn't do any information ahead of time? You could just Google this.
He waves
Or
a
the-
hand and you feel as your shoulder dislocates.
Ah! Hmm.
Dutch. Holy
Average
shit!
Tuesday. Tuesday? Okay.
Oh my God.
I need a hand to pop this back in place. Who's next to me?
I'm gonna say it's one of the Martian, sous chefs.
Okay.
And he's just kind of like,
Yeah, can you sit really straight and brace? Because I'm gonna pop my shoulder back into place, buddy. And I'm gonna try and pop my shoulder back into place against him.
you start leaning against him, and it's very clear rapidly he does not understand English because he has no clue what the hell is going on.
Martian.
And it's roundabout at the shoulder popping moment. Glory, HK. You said you are approaching slowly on foot after getting a few blocks out.
Yeah, we're gonna case the joint first.
Making sure
They're gonna
isn't,
do their homework ahead of time.
I'm seeing if there's somebody on the roof watching the place for anyone coming, and if there isn't, approaching quietly.
Yeah, and looking in windows quickly.
I would like the two of you to decide which of you is assessing the situation.
What's your superior?
Not great.
Mine's a -1.
Same. Wait. Yep. Samesies.
All right.
We're
As
good
a reminder,
at this.
you've got one team in the pool, so...
I'm gonna roll this, and I'm gonna roll it with Jenna dice.
Do it. Mine have been great.
The luck of the Jenna dice.
Okay.
Luck of the Irish? No, the luck of the Jenna.
That is a 7 with the -1.
Okay.
Not bad.
With a 7, you get to ask one question.
What here can I use to figure out if they've got people on the outside?
Okay. Well, you do a quick survey of the location. It's kind of hard to miss, because there's a large, clearly sort of salvaged, like, burger with a Saturn ring around it on top. Definitely from some, like, old fast food chain that was run down and then it got salvaged for this place. But you notice two things as you sort of, like, scan from the outside. One, there appears to be a large window behind the, like, rotating burger that leads to some sort of circular room underneath. You're not entirely certain what it is. And secondly, there is indeed someone on the roof.
Facing the window?
Not facing the window, facing away from it, keeping low behind the slowly rotating space burger. And he is in all black and carrying what appears to be an assault firearm.
Faster than a speeding bullet? Get him from behind. I'll come up in front.
We need to get up there, so HK is gonna quietly hoverboard up with you.
Fair enough. That works
And then
because I was gonna say, if you smack him from behind, when I hear a noise, I can just like jump onto the roof.
okay, I was gonna say we can hoverboard to the roof next door and then just like
Mostly trying to stay out of sight until like I don't
That's
want
fair.
him to see us.
let's just do that.
Yeah,
You
because
go
HK
high, I
is too
go
fast
low.
for him to see. So if you come up and knock him from behind, I can get him from the front.
Okay.
So Glory's gonna wait till she hears the sound of HK punching a guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Um,
HK, roll to unleash your powers for me real quick.
freak mode. Okay, so +2 freak. That is an 11.
Okay. Absolutely no issue.
Yeah.
I kind of picture that we sort of go into like Quicksilver vision for a second as we like follow you. You just like zip up, you punch him, realize that's not getting through the helmet, undo it, pop it off, and then punch him again.
I love that. What's the helmet? Then just hits him with the helmet.
Sure. Absolutely.
Then puts the helmet back on.
But backwards.
Easy enough to do. Guys out like a light.
I'm gonna jump up on the roof and I'm snapping the muzzle off of his gun.
Easy enough to do.
All right, this window next to us, what does it overlook?
Well, it just so happens to look down into a large cylindrical kitchen.
there anything
It's
in
definitely unusual. I don't know if either of you have experienced Martian culture too much.
Probably not.
But you do see what appears to be 3 other goons down there, a collection of hostages, and a very familiar cape familiar to the both of you. Glory, You definitely recognize the guy who has utterly destroyed you in the past, and HK, you definitely recognize one of the city's most ruthless mercenaries,
Okay,
Silver
so
Spectre.
my idea is like
We should get
call
Tabs to call Thoth for backup.
that. Yes. She just quick like grabs Tabs. We need Thoth at Saturn Burger in
Space
Correction.
Burger.
Space Town.
Space Burger. Little
in
Mars.
Little Mars. Okay, that's it.
Message sent.
It's only had to ask to do that. Just I'm imagining this weird amass of like
Yeah.
The text is
directions.
like so like the voice of text is just like wait no
Like, what?
Where are we?
Thankfully, Tabs is an actually intelligent AI and can parse out human speech.
Our one brain cell is artificial. The single brain cell of our entire team is artificial. Yeah.
All right. What was your thought?
I was thinking we could go wreak havoc like outside so that he sends like one or two of the goons out, right? To check it out, take them out. So we've like, and then because we dwindled numbers then because I don't really want to go against this motherfucker and other guys. Like the other guys are no problem, but like,
He's been in this game for a long time. He might know distraction when he hears it.
We've been alive. Yeah. I mean, I could cause quite a wait. Where did they take that lizard?
Too far.
Go get the lizard real quick.
What's around the restaurant?
It's in sort of like a strip mall area. So I'll say, like, next door to you, there's, like, a dry cleaner that's run by Martians so that they can, like, get some money. And then the other place is, like, a secondhand store, which is easily the most popular store in the entire area.
Any sign of transportation that these guys might have brought in?
Looking around the back of the building, you do see a white van. Though you're not certain if that's for the restaurant, because it looks like something that might transport food, or if that's what they came in.
Can I see the plates from here?
Not from this angle, I'm thinking.
Tabs, can you check local security cameras if there are any, so you can get an angle on those plates?
Surveying now. Please hold. Thoth.
Yeah.
As you're finishing up your last delivery, ba-ding.
My phone.
Alert. Emergency forming in Little Mars. Please proceed to address as soon as possible.
Right. Well, I've dropped off my pizzas, so that's taken care of. Since I know that Cypress Kane was snooping around, I'm going to very cautiously try and find an alleyway that I can sneak into.
Easy enough to do.
Okay. I will stow my scooter and get changed, and grab my hoverboard, and then probably, again, not like directly speeding out of this alleyway, keeping an eye out to make sure my stalker is not around. And then once I'm a little distance away, I will hop on my hoverboard and basically go like full speed down the street in the direction of where this is happening.
Okay. And it's here that I'm going to introduce a mechanic of my own invention. Because I'm imagining that this is going to come up a few times in this campaign. Approaching time. So, you're going to need to hit a certain total number in order to arrive on the scene, Thoth. Every sort of like round we go through, you'll get to roll a d6 to see how much progress you've made. So let's go ahead and start with that first roll of a d6.
Ooh. A d6. That's a 4.
Okay. You would estimate that you're close to about halfway there. Meanwhile, Glory, Heavenly Katana, you all do probably notice as, well, let me ask you this, Danny. I'm assuming you're not immune to the pain of your shoulder being dislocated?
No, it hurts.
So
It
you
hurts every
probably
time.
You see Silver Phantom wave a hand, and then one of the hostages starts squirming.
Silver Spectre.
Oh, sorry, Silver Spectre.
I don't have
I-
magic.
I'm going to be making that mistake a few times before I lock this down. Just letting y'all know.
See, Gritting is gritting himself through the pain, screams a bit. Anything audible?
Can we get into the building without, like, is there an entrance that isn't visible to them?
Hard to tell. You can't really see how this space connects to the front entrance.
Question. The guys in there. So you have Silver Spectre and 3 gunmen, was it?
Mm-hmm.
How are they arranged?
2 gunmen seem to be watching over the hostages. Silver Phantom is currently doing his supervillain thing and standing
Spectre.
over them menacingly.
He's monologuing. It's fine. We have time.
Yeah.
And then the 3rd guy seems to be standing off to the side a little bit, and you can see his head is sort of like going back
That
and
guy
forth.
first.
Sorry, I just got like 6 notifications at once. Is that guy far enough away that there's an angle on him that the other people can't see?
Doesn't look like it. This kitchen is pretty open concept. You can kind of see any point from any point here.
I mean, like, if, say, there was something on the side of him that's between him and the closest wall.
Yes? I think I understand what you're asking.
Okay, so how about I tell you what I'm thinking, and then we decide if it's realistic.
Okay.
The thought would be light manipulation. She can do it at somewhat of a distance. There and gone, fast blade somewhere non-lethal to the torso or the leg. Hide it before anyone looks. Distraction.
Okay. It's a possibility. That's going to take some fine-tuning control of both your powers, though.
That's fair.
Let's do the thing.
Basically trying to summon it here and gone, and then we'll see.
Okay. Well, as the two of you are formulating your plan here, Danny, on the inside. This sous chef is just, like, looking at you, like, what the hell are you doing?
Just
You're
need
just, like-
something solid to pop my shoulder back into place.
But she sort of... Stop. I am head chef. Silver Spectre just like lifts a hand and he just like levitates Chi up to him. I assume then that you know what I'm looking for. Third cabinet. Locked. Code is, I don't need the code. And he just drops him. And you all watch as Silver Phantom starts to levitate up through this, like, column. Glory, HK, you both sort of have to, like, scurry back to the edge of the window to not just be immediately seen.
Fair.
Should we just drop in on him? Just go.
Don't like those numbers.
I don't like it either, but
We can't hear anything that's been said, could we?
Not at the
he's
moment.
clearly doing something. All right, let's just do it while he's distracted. Take out the other guys as fast as possible, and then do what we can.
All right, I'm gonna try
This
the
isn't great, but we'll do our best.
distraction stabby stab on the guy, preferably at an angle that would not be able to be seen from Silver Spectre's elevated position.
Before we go in, HK is gonna
I'll go
dial
in then.
tabs, and
Oh,
we're gonna.
for what-
Oh, sorry. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
do that, but for what it's worth, this wasn't going in yet. This is from a distance.
HK goes. We're gonna need more backup than those. If you could send out a beacon. Silver Spectre's here. I think we need bigger guns than we got. Just a thought.
Acknowledged. Sending SOS beacon.
Thank you.
Thoth, go ahead and roll me another d6.
That's another 4.
Okay.
Woo.
You're like a few blocks away.
All right. Should we
All
go
right.
in downstairs?
Stab the guy, see how they react. You can probably get in fast enough to take out the regular guys. Silver
Yeah.
Spectre probably has something up his sleeve.
I imagine so. I can probably get them before he fully realizes that I'm in there, and then you go head.
How about unnecessary destruction of property, perhaps, but I break the window. They all look up. You get them while they're looking. Also, probably redirect any glass from civilians.
Yes,
First, stab the guy. So they look down, then they look up.
I like it. I'm actually going to go in from the downstairs if you're going to
Okay.
break the glass upstairs.
Yeah, that was my thought.
So,
So they will be not looking at where you're coming from.
and I'll just breeze in, disarm, and knock out hit the henchmen, and then we'll deal with the Spectre after we're done that. I think that's
Okay.
the best plan we got.
All right,
An SOS has been sent out, so
you're
hopefully
fast
bigger
enough.
guns will be here soon.
You know your speed better than I do. Tell me
Yeah.
when.
All right.
I stab
know.
the guy, then shatter the window.
Yeah. Yep. So she's gonna go down, and she'll just like, she's like, okay, entering the door now. Break glass.
I was gonna stab the guy, but
Oh, stab the guy then now.
Well, to simplify things, both of you please go ahead and roll me Unleash Your Powers.
yeah, that's fair.
That's valid. Because we gotta.
It's a 10.
9.
Okay. HK, how would you like this to be temporary or unstable? Or would you rather mark a condition?
I want to. Well, okay, so. Actually, let me look at how many conditions I have currently. Too many. That's a no for me. Yeah, so I'm gonna say that she's able to disarm them. She just uses her katana to like quick cut off their gun like muzzles or whatever, and then but she misses knocking she doesn't hit one of the guys hard enough. So he doesn't like knock I don't know. One or two of the guys don't get knocked out in the super speed Sonic kung fu fighting.
Okay. So, if I understand the order of operations here,
Mm-hmm.
this starts by Glory forming basically like a hard light dagger and just like stabbing this guy in the ribs.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
He like reflexively cries out, which causes Spectre to sort of look down,
Shatter the glass.
look up, and then HK just
Presumably looks back down.
Heroes. And Thoth, at this point, we'll say you've arrived at the scene, and we are entering battle against a powerful foe.
We certainly are.
And I am going to go ahead and post something in the chat.
Yes.
For I have created yet another custom move.
Oh no.
Gas.
Almost like you have too much time.
Hush! Rude.
Should we
I
take a break
appreciate you.
before we get too involved?
You know what? That is a fair point.
Yes.
Because I would like to refill my water.
Okay.
I need
We
to
will be
stretch a
back
little bit.
in
Yeah,
10
and
then
get
for
refills.
the engagement with Silver Spectre.
Yeah, who's gonna marry
What could go
SP's
wrong?
dad?
Who's gonna?
I'm so excited.
He's married and not interested in a
It's
polycule.
It's Thoth. Thoth is gonna marry his bro's dad.
I don't think he needs another son.
No. Hey, where at?
The Void is taking a lunch break.
The void is over there. The void cat accosted me as soon as I
Holy
went
shit.
upstairs. Because it was almost 2 hours past her dinner time.
Audacity.
How dare.
I love the audacity move.
All right. Well, the team is a little disparate here, but we are entering battle. So, Add 2 team to the pool, bringing you guys up to 3.
2 team.
Who do we all think is the leader?
Glory.
Not me. Glory.
Glory thinks it's Glory.
I don't know if she's here or not.
Glory is.
Actually, who
in
else
charge.
would do this? I don't know they're here.
I mean, you did just see Glory drop in through the skylight.
Did she drop in? Okay,
Yeah, then you think
Yeah,
she's
then
the
Glory.
because she's the only one there
Glory's in charge.
that you have seen. Yeah. Somebody's in charge, and it's not
Heavenly
us, Pete.
Katana could be here running around really fast, and I know she's not in charge.
Really
It's like
pretty quickly see the guys get got.
Yeah.
I'm fairly certain
Oh, you
that
know
pink
that
trail
she's
that
here.
she leaves is
Yeah.
like a
And
reflex.
It smells like cherry blossoms. It's like very pleasant.
Okay, so we all agree that the leader is Glory, but does Glory have influence over all of you?
Yes.
Well, Elytra's not here, so.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So that brings you up to 4 team.
14.
What's everyone's purpose?
What was? I was just told that there was a situation, not all the details. So defeat the bad guys.
I
The
mean,
more
yeah,
specific version of that,
Thwart the
stop
bad
the Silver Spectre.
yeah. I don't think that we will end up like beating him, like catching him, but like if we can thwart his plans, so along the same vein. It's just
Thwart
and
the plans, and also Glory's got 2 bones to pick with this man.
cool.
Silver
Glory
Phantom.
fought him once.
HK just doesn't like him. He's mean.
He beat Glory the fuck up once. so-
Stop him from getting that egg.
Yeah, that's
I guess
I
they don't
wouldn't
know
have
he's
that
after an
context,
egg,
so-
but stop him from doing whatever it is he's doing.
HK doesn't know what he's doing, but she knows it's bad. Probably.
It's
Stop the
probably
bad guy.
fair that we don't have a unified purpose on this one.
Yep.
We're all over the place.
Does anyone mistrust Glory?
No.
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 Glory mistrusts yourself.
Does she?
I mean, that's a fair option.
Not contextually.
If your team is ill-prepared or off-balance, remove a team. I think in this situation, I am going to remove a team, mostly because your guys are a little scattershot here.
Yeah.
Fair.
That will leave you with 3 team to work with.
I mean,
Okay.
we can also argue Silver Phantom doesn't have his costume, so he's totally
Yeah.
unprepared.
It's also
Nobody knows
true.
I'm
Also
here.
that.
Well, Glory knows I'm here. She just doesn't know which one I am.
Because I don't know what you look like, right?
Yeah, we don't.
Correct. He wears a full head covering, so...
You know I'm white. That's all you know.
Mm-hmm.
Because I've pulled my mask up to eat before.
Mhm.
And unfortunately, most Martians are fairly pale-skinned, so...
I
He could be
He could be a
Martian.
Martian for all you know.
That's possible. Even if she could recognize him, she's not especially interested in outing him.
It's
We'll
not
see
really
This,
in our
this
best
dumbass
interest
might
to do
out,
that.
out himself.
Yeah.
That is a distinct risk, and if that's what he does, that's what he does, but it's not going to be her fault.
There's
Yeah.
the consequences of his actions, not Glory's.
like consequences, though.
Do any of us? No.
Well, I got some bad news for you. The consequence train is a-coming, and you have done nothing to get off the tracks thus far.
No, I've been shoveling coal
Firmly
into
on
that
the
train.
tracks.
I was gonna say, you've been pissing the train off.
Yeah.
You've been come at me broing the train.
Alright, well, let's start with the woman who is currently hurtling through the skylight. Glory,
Whee!
are you aiming for Silver Spectre with your dive bomb here? What are you trying to do?
I don't think I can take him in a direct fight still. So I'm going to say light shield, land on it, try to use the momentum to force him farther to the ground.
Okay,
As in, like, boing.
gotcha. In that case, let's go ahead and roll and unleash your powers for me.
Okay. It's a 10.
Indeed, your total is a 10. However, as Silver Spectre has an effect around him that enables him to interfere with abilities,
Interesting.
that is lowered to an 8.
Okay.
As you form that shield, and immediately you can tell something's wonky, and you look down, and with just like a flick of his hand, there's just crap flying in from the shelves of the kitchen, like sticking themselves into the construct as it's forming and like loosening up the like rigidity of it.
Okay.
Like, this is... He can't even have mentally, like, processed this thought. You're forming this shield so fast, and somehow he is already just, like, on the ball, interfering.
Not entirely surprising. He did beat me the fuck up before.
Which does mean that this is unstable or temporary, or you need to mark a condition. So,
I'll go with unstable.
okay. That tracks. So you do successfully sort of, like, boing off of him, but it's not nearly as much, like, upward thrust as you were expecting. And so you sort of end up, like, crashing into one of the counters and need to, like, hold on a little bit. As
All right.
He wasn't even looking at you, by the way. He just sort of, like, slowly turns around. I remember you.
Do you?
Well, let's see. I'm fairly certain it's this bone that I broke before. Roll to take a powerful blow.
Not rolling with the Jenna dice for this one.
I rolled with mine and I got snake eyes.
Alas, that is still a 7. Actually, that's an 8 because conditions.
Okay. So you need to choose one from the lower list there.
I think in this case I'll give ground.
Okay. You feel as, like, one of the 2 bones in your arm just snaps under his will. Unfortunately, it turns out that was the arm you were primarily using to hold yourself up. So you end up tumbling to the ground. And probably leaving a small crater in the kitchen tile. Meanwhile, HK. You have successfully dispatched 2 of the mercenaries. There is a third who is still up, and you see as he's sort of like recovering, and is very rapidly starting to aim his rifle towards the hostages. What do you do?
I would like to grab his gun and then hit him really fast in the face with it.
Roll me to directly engage.
Just like
I'm just
a rapid
imagining like
speed.
a bitch slap with the gun, like.
Yeah.
Pistol whip, hyperspeed.
Yeah. Is she shooting him or what's going on there? All right. So is that unleash my powers? All right. Yeah.
No, that's directly engage.
Directly engage. So can I use fight the good fight?
Remind me what the requirement is for that again?
I can roll on savior instead of danger.
But you can't select surprise or... okay, yeah, you can do that.
Okay. Yeah. I'm going to fight the good fight, and that is then a 9.
Okay, you get to pick one.
I would like to, make him... Well, I'd like to take something from him. I take his gun.
Easy enough to do.
And why are you hitting yourself with your own gun? Why are you hitting yourself with your own gun?
And indeed, that's what you do. In fact, enough times to even break the, plexiglass on his helmet. So that you just get, the one eye staring out. However, that does make you chuckle enough that he manages to get an opening and lands a hit squarely into... squarely into your knee. So let's go ahead and
Little
say...
flower petals, just out of nowhere. They don't do anything. It's just for the effect.
Do you have any conditions marked currently?
I do. I have insecure marked.
Let's go ahead and mark afraid here.
Okay.
Because you're sort of like, oh gosh, I'm having some difficulty with just his mooks.
Ugh. That's why we called for bigger guns.
But with one last poof to his head, the third and final mark goes down. And the hostages who are there, and Danny, you would know that it's Cole who says this. Oh, thank God, heroes. Danny, What are you doing?
Our lucky days. None of them are gonna kick my wrist hard enough to break it. I don't have a
If you
costume.
ask me to, I will.
You don't know who I am. I could just be a crazy person. Say,
I'm not going to question what you want to do with your body.
I'm gonna get up and try and unzip tie myself.
Okay. Again, you just have the strangest versions of these. Roll to unleash your powers.
Kick myself up from the ground. What freak? I actually have a negative freak because I am not a glowing light lady.
Go figure.
I've got that job this time.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 minus 1 is 7.
Alright.
Right? Yeah.
Why is my brain, like, now trying to come up with some meme? Like, come to Tift, our superhero teams have glowing light lady, strange otherworldly entity.
Daddy issues.
Yeah. Just like going down the list.
Strange pizzas.
Alright. I think in this particular circumstance, since you can't really unstably or temporarily free yourself from
I
handcuffs,
can make myself unstable.
I'm gonna say that this is gonna inflict a condition.
I was going to say, are we
But I already
saying that
have
you're
2.
not already unstable?
But he's very stable, thank you. Yeah, that's
Sure.
fine.
I'll be
I
the
don't-
judge of that.
Do you have angry marked already?
I do.
Hmm.
The day one of my characters isn't angry is the day they probably went to therapy.
Do you have insecure marked?
I do not.
Let's mark insecure.
Okay.
Nothing like your dad to give you insecurities.
Yeah, right?
That's valid.
Also, like, my friends are here, but they don't know they're my friends. I don't have a costume.
And you just watched one of your friends apparently get her arm broken and
Again.
get dropped to the floor.
Your dad.
Thoth,
Yeah.
you cannot currently see what's going on, but you definitely hear a commotion inside of Space Burger.
All right.
You're gonna walk in with the pizza.
Yeah.
You're the guy with the meat,
I'm
but it's
going
a weird
to.
pizza.
I'm going to use my illusions to camouflage myself and head inside, so I can get an idea, like see what's going on. Since I know shit's already hit the fan.
Roll to unleash your powers for me. Because you're kind of doing this, like, quick to get in on the action.
Great, so +2. That's a 5.
Oh, no.
I get potential though.
You do! Unfortunately, pretty much everyone notices as, what appears to be a small concrete statue of an alien comes waddling into the restaurant. Because you just
That
sort of
can't
picked
be
the
the
first thing
weirdest
that you
thing.
saw.
no.
Can't be the weirdest thing that's happened in this building today.
I'm here for it.
Nope. HK just kind of looks, just shrugs, like, "Oh, whatever."
This may as well happen.
Just
Yeah.
whatever. Yeah.
And it's at this point, the hostages, like, recognize that there's no more guards, but there's still freaking Silver Spectre floating in the air. So they all just sort of, like, huddle together, just, like, looking around, like, what are we supposed to do?
HK's like, "Go out the restaurant."
Well, if that's something you'd like to do, you might need to roll a defend there.
Okay. Yeah, I would like to ask them to leave so that the civilians don't get harmed.
Okay.
Because Glory will kick my ass if they do.
Roll to defend.
Oh, wait, I'm a civilian.
And then my mom will
Yes.
kick my ass.
I'm a
and
hostage.
my dad will be disappointed, which is the worst part of that, not getting my ass kicked by Glory or
Your
yelled at
parents
by my
being
mom.
disappointed.
It's my father being disappointed. Yes, that is the worst thing.
My father will hear.
So yeah, she's going to roll to defend, and that's plus savior, right?
Yes.
Okay. And yeah. She's just gonna herd them out the front door. And I don't know what Silver Phantom's gonna do, but
Front door.
9.
Okay. So, you are going to end up exposing yourself to danger here, or escalate the situation, depending upon what you prefer.
I'm gonna expose myself to danger because I really don't want my parents to be. They get disappointed. They're disappointed enough in me already. I mean, not my dad. Making him disappointed is real hard.
We don't need to escalate this
Yeah.
anymore.
This is already pretty. This is already escalated, but it's above our level. We're way over our heads over here. There's a waddling statue. Gloria just got her arm broke, which I've never seen her break an arm. So, like, this is, no.
Oh yeah, I'd like to throw that out
HK's
there. Your super
freaking
strengther
out.
just got their arm broken, and
Yeah,
it literally looks
she's-
like the guy spent no effort doing so.
HK's freaking out a little bit. I'm not
I
gonna
missed
lie.
that part, so.
She's like, you've got to go. And just starts helping the hostages up. And like, you have to get out of here. I've never seen her break anything except for somebody else's face. Like, no. With
All
her
right.
fist. Like, you got to go.
Well, thankfully you are jarring enough to get people moving, even the Martian sous chefs who can't speak a whole lot of English.
Yeah, she uses appropriate body language and facial
Mhm.
expression while behind the kids. The fox mask.
There's one human guy who's got like a dislocated shoulder and wrist. You don't know when the hell that happened.
She'll quick slam him in the shoulder.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, no problem. All right, get out of here.
And it's right about as you say that all of a sudden you feel a force as you're yoinked backwards.
Who? Me or
You.
You.
me?
Like,
HK is?
Mm-hmm.
Get out!
And you suddenly find yourself just floating in the air as Silver Spectrum has hand up.
Hey, Spooky Man. How are you doing?
Well, you're annoying.
That's what I'm here for.
Well then. Sweet dreams. And he spins his hand, and you just start in the air.
Oh, that's okay.
Like a gravitron.
She's actually fine with this. She's used to going at hyperspeed, so.
Yeah, under your own control.
Yeah,
and you're getting
I mean,
faster.
it's a little jarring to be under somebody else's control, but like, I feel like she's probably the least like sick by it, or like.
Yeah, we'll see how long that lasts, because he's not sitting you down anytime soon.
Okay.
Glory, Thoth, you two are both witness to HK getting spun like a Beyblade here.
This is like this is a fox blender.
She is a
There's
Beyblade.
like pink, and
Oh my
there's
God.
a blade, and
She's one of those bootleg,
Made her
actually
into a
dangerous
blender.
Beyblades.
yeah,
God.
a warp speed blender.
Well, my first thought is, yes, the hostages are making their way out, but all of them are still like zip tied, right?
Yes.
Is there? I would like to see, like, find something that I can use to cut the zip ties off, so we can actually free them.
It's a kitchen. Martian or no, there's knives.
Great, I'm gonna grab one of those knives, get to work.
I would now like to point out the image that the hostages are getting, which is this little tiny statue waddling over to the knife rack, grabbing
Let's get
something,
close to
and then waddling after them.
I would probably drop the illusion at this point, just because it's
Okay.
not
The
working.
good restaurant staff. You gave them trauma.
Oh, the restaurant staff are actually probably fine. They like the little alien design. The humans in the crowd,
Yeah.
what the shit? But yeah, you can easily start, like, helping them. And Danny, what are you doing during this?
Well, I mean, I broke my own wrist to get the zip ties off, so
Yeah, you'd probably notice that, though. One of the hostages, this, like, blonde guy approximately your age, appears to have broken his wrist to get the zip tie off already.
So you're dude, what the fuck?
I didn't know heroes were coming.
You know, that's fair.
It's
But
fine.
if you still got a working hand, grab another knife. Help me out.
Yeah, I'm just gonna like put my hand. How long does the regeneration take?
Well, I don't think we've specifically addressed your regeneration up until
No, we
now,
haven't.
have we?
Now's as good a time as any. I would like my wrist to
Please, may I have
go
some
back together.
regeneration?
Please, may I have some wrist?
Please, may I have some wrist regeneration, please?
Your wrist is not back together, but you do feel a as your shoulder pops back
Can I
into
have
place.
some marrow,
What?
please?
Heavenly Katana snap that back in
Perhaps
there
some
for me.
cartilage.
Yeah, she just went real fast.
Okay. Yeah, I'll just hold on to my wrist while I go collect a knife.
All right. Again, easy enough to do. But, Glory, your teammate is currently being Beybladed in the air. What you doing?
And it's highly dangerous because that's one sharp sword.
Oh man. So based on the previous fight and what I've seen so far, can very easily wield his powers, split his focus. So we're gonna try to hit him from as many sides as once with constructs.
Okay. That sounds like an unleash your powers to me. Just summoning as much as you can and bombarding him with it.
She's not getting close to him yet.
Think can go
Now put him in a Beyblade blender of light. Laser blender! Do this to my friend, now I do it to you.
All right, so that would be a 9, but he's got a -2 for effects on him. All right, so
Yep.
that's a 7.
He has what I'm referring to as power expertise.
Okay.
So once again, that's either unstable or temporary, or you can mark a condition. What would you prefer?
Let's go unstable again.
Okay. Once again, you start forming these constructs, and again, he is just like pulling junk from the shelves. Like at one point, you see like a whisk embedded into one of the spears you're creating. There is another one that's like skewered with spatulas. It's like this whole like mess.
I know this is not what happens, but it would be very funny in a different situation if like something he embedded into something hit him in the face.
Oh, he would never allow that.
Yeah,
Like,
I
it
know
looks
that.
Like it looks like it's
But-
about to happen, and then just like moments before it hits him, it just like poof, zips off in a different vector.
That makes sense.
But notably, nothing you throw at him actually touches him. And he sort of just like looks down at you as HK is still like rotating in the air. Was that honestly your attempt to stop me?
Is this your attempt to be intimidating?
No. It's my attempt to buy time. At which point, you hear a pa-ding from one of the cabinets up above as you realize that as all of this has been going on, he has been punching in numbers into the lock.
Love that.
And a shutter opens up to reveal what looks like a diamond the size of your head sitting
Okay.
in the cabinet.
Egg. What were they gonna do with it?
After dragon.
Well, you saw them
Turn
liquefying
it into
rock. What do
soup?
you think?
Sell it or hatch it.
They could hatch it. The Martians are strange.
Yeah, who knows? That could be a diamond dragon in there, okay? The mother of dragon. Your dad's the mother of diamond dragons.
While I'm over by Thos, I will quickly tell him he wants that rock.
Okay.
I don't know what it is.
Do I have a chance to act here?
Yes, you do.
All right. Okay, I'll lean over to this the person I don't know, this civilian who is caught up in this crazy situation. And I'll say, keep working, see if you can get the rest of them out of these zip ties, and then I'll take my knife and head like back over to where the commotion is.
Mhm.
Throw my knife at Silver Spectre. Not really trying to like hurt him, but more so trying to catch his attention. And then with that, I want to make it look like this diamond egg disappears and then reappears in my hands.
That's a complex little trick there. Go ahead and roll me Unleash Your Powers.
Is this too complex to use Are You Watching Closely?
I'm gonna say currently yes.
Okay.
Because like you're focusing on like all sorts of different moving parts here.
Okay. Oh, plus. Did I get some help?
You got a team.
What'd you roll?
Roll a 6.
Okay, so you threw a knife and made the diamond disappear, and then looked like it disappeared, and then looked like it reappeared in your hand.
Yeah.
I could say. Are you trying to distract him or to make him target you?
Essentially, I want to make him think that I have the rock, so he comes after me.
All right.
I was gonna take it and run, basically,
Where'd you throw the knife again?
at him, just to like catch his attention.
I can buff up that knife to make it a little bit more distracting. Hopefully, get him to lose focus enough to think that the switch happened.
Sure.
Glowing knife.
Yeah.
And you have successfully learned the other half of his power expertise. Namely, he's not as good at predicting combinations of powers.
Oh, okay.
Tag team.
Hell yeah.
So, that is gonna be a total of a 7. You're down to 2 team. So you need to choose how it's unstable or temporary, or if you want to take a condition.
Oh. I think for this one I will take a condition. 'Cause I haven't taken any conditions yet, so
Okay. We'll go ahead and mark afraid here, because Thoth, you know who the heck Silver Spectre is.
Feels
You
like
know
that
what he's
feels-
done.
feels accurate. Sure does. Which is why I'm turning tail and running.
So, you pull this little bait and switch here. You sort of like... You can see his helmet sort of like twitch briefly. And then it just like zeroes in on you, Thoth. Cute.
I sprint out of there.
HK, Glory, both of you need to roll to take a powerful blow as Silver Spectre proceeds to fling Heavenly Katana at you, Glory.
Oh, that's terrifying.
Good luck, guys.
That is a 6.
Oh shit.
Okay, that's a miss, so you get some potential from that.
Woo.
HK?
Oh, I need to take a powerful blow too?
Yeah, you just got thrown at your teammate. You're both taking it.
What? He's not just catching me?
No.
You don't have the telekinesis
when
in
I
this
take
one.
A powerful blow, I've got never give up, never surrender. So when I take a powerful blow from someone with far greater power than me,
Oh, absolutely.
I can use this move instead of a basic move. Also, I can roll on Savior. Plus Savior instead of whatever else.
Okay.
And that's one where you want it high, not low, right? Because you're substituting.
Yeah, this is like a replacement of Take a Powerful Blow.
Yes. So I would, yes. So that is an 8. So I get to what? Yeah, because that would have been 5 plus 2, which would have been 7. This is still better. So, I mark a condition. And that's it, I think.
Okay.
Which I don't know if that's the same or not, but whatever.
Can I
I was screwed if I did and screwed if I don't, so.
recommend a plan of attack? I'd like to, if she will let me, fastball special HK right back at him.
Yes!
More or less
Yes!
because she's fast as hell and has a sharp sword, and while he's focusing on that, I want to go in for a direct attack.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fastball special him. I'll do it.
How do I want to do this?
How do you want to do
How
this?
do you want to do this?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, Glory, I would like you to roll Unleash Your Powers.
All right.
HK, I would like you to roll Directly Engage a Significantly Stronger Foe, which is the new move that I posted, which I should probably read for our audience.
That'd be helpful.
No, let them be confused.
When you directly engage a significantly stronger foe, roll plus danger. If you have a move that allows you to roll plus a different label for the standard directly engage move, you may roll plus that label with this move as well. On a hit, you manage to hold your ground for the moment, but not without cost. Mark a condition of your choice. On a 10 plus, choose one of the following as well. You match their power in a surprising way, and you inflict a condition. Your audacity keeps them distracted. They cannot act against anyone else for a little while, or you help overwhelm them. The next player to directly engage this foe can roll the standard move instead of this move. But on a miss, you made a big mistake tangling with an enemy this strong. Mark 2 conditions of the GM's choosing, and depending on their vindictiveness, the GM may also make you roll Take a Powerful Blow.
Is that the character's vindictiveness or the GM's vindictiveness?
Yes.
That was a 12 on Unleash Powers.
Okay, so Heavenly Katana briefly hits the floor, but with surprising grace, Glory, you just sort of like grab her by the arm and just start whoop, 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 whoop. And you have to do it one-handed because your other arm currently is not very usable.
Mm-hmm.
Since it's a high roll
Okay,
and
she's
Unleash Your
pretty
Powers,
ready.
can I put a brace on it so I don't damage it further?
I love it. Perfect.
Fighting through
Alright.
the pain is a specialty here.
All right, HK,
Get yeeted.
roll me directly engage a significantly stronger foe.
I am going to use Fight the Good Fight.
Okay.
And I'm going to roll Savior instead of Danger.
Now, as she's rolling this, Thoth, when you say you're just running out of there, are you like running out of the store? Are you like running into the dining area? Are you just like hopping on your hoverboard and running for your life? What are you doing?
More so that last one. I want to get out of the store and just try and lead him on a wild goose chase. Get him away from the civilians. Do I know that there's backup coming?
I don't think you currently do.
Okay. Well,
But you would know that there's heroes patrolling all over San Sebastian for the most part. So just bringing the fight on the road is going to attract attention.
yeah. So largely just get him away from there, away from the civilians, and if I can get him far away enough, maybe like eventually if he sees through the illusion or the illusion fades, that might buy them enough time to have hidden the real egg or done whatever they need to do. So yeah, kind of just like probably sprinting out of the restaurant, and then as soon as I'm outside, hopping on the hoverboard and booking it.
Okay.
I
What'd you
think
get,
also
HK?
partially like Lucifer's Cane is stalking me. Maybe he'll show up.
Fingers crossed.
The giant hand from hell just like...
Yes.
What was that?
All right. I got it in 11.
Hot dang.
Okay.
All right.
Bitch was ready to be
So-
fastball special. She was like, if I'm gonna be blended, I might as well be a blender for my team.
She's always ready for fastball special.
Yeah, oh yeah.
So you do need to mark a condition of your choosing. And I will say, sort of uniquely to this situation, Glory doesn't so much lob you directly at Silver Spectre, but because of your super speed and just, like, the momentum you already have, I'm kind of imagining that you just, like, run across the ceiling of this restaurant for a moment.
Yeah.
So, like, as he is, like, hot on Thoth's tail exiting the restaurant, you just, like, wham! Catch him on the way out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I do, and
And you get to choose one of the options.
audacity. No,
You can choose that. It might be useful here.
yeah, I'm just gonna read it real quick. Okay, so you match their power in a surprising way. Or your audacity keeps them distracted. I think that actually, is what I'm gonna do. He's like, who's this bitch? She's got pink hair and a fucking sword, and she's pissing me off.
That's kind of it.
Given that choice in the original plan, can I use that distraction to sucker punch him?
I guess I could use you
'Cause it
help
was kinda like,
overwhelm
well,
them.
Feel free to
Actually-
veto, of course, but the original plan was like fastball special, her at him, get him while he's distracted.
Okay, then I will change it to you help overwhelm them. The next player directly engage a foe can roll the standard move instead of this move.
I mean, that also works, but
Well, I don't know.
if assuming Crow allows it.
Yeah.
I will allow it. As what I'm kind of imagining here is basically the civilians have all gathered outside, and then they're like, wait, oh shit! And they all just like scatter. And then Thoth just comes like screaming out on his hoverboard. Silver Spectre like blasts through the front doors in hot pursuit. Whereupon he is immediately caught in the back by Heavenly Katana and just they both
There
just
is
go
a pink
tumbling into the
flower
parking lot.
petally like hustle of glowing pink sword and
Oh my God.
fuckery.
And then directly after them comes Glory in with the Hulk smash.
glowing Hulk smash.
I love this image.
This is just it's chaos incarnate. Like this is chaos.
It's kind of it.
This is the Misfits.
Yeah.
Glory, if you so wish, go ahead and roll to directly engage a threat.
Okay, I'm assuming this does not count as dramatically under fire for the moment.
Not at the moment, because Silver Spectre is sort of thrown off a little bit here.
That is fair enough.
Ball of annoyance thrown at him with a sharp thing.
Okay. Well, although my danger is -1, I did roll a 12.
Nice.
Hot dang.
Get a lap into,
Alright.
bitch.
Yes.
Well, pick two.
Resist or avoid their blows, for one,
Okay.
because no.
Yeah.
That's wise.
Uh-huh.
Just because I'm curious to see what you do with this, I'm going to say impress, surprise, or frighten the opposition.
Okay. So, you just come in, like, directly nail him in the chest. Now, I would like to note, with both HK and Glory, neither of you actually touch him. Because when you get in proximity, you just feel like this force pushing you back away from him.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that just means I'm not pulling my punch at all. Full
Mhm.
force, baby.
Indeed. And while his telekinetic armor protects him, you do end up putting a crater in the parking lot with your impact.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, perfect
Fun.
for little Mars.
They'll love it.
They will. We'll tell them it's part of the Mars aesthetic. Or it's
And-
part of the aesthetic that we all believe.
And Danny, you are, like, watching all of this. You're with the civilian crowd right now, who are all free at this point, I would add.
I will say as Glory smashes him into the ground, she's like, "Eat pavement, cabron!"
I love it.
Sick. I need to obtain a costume. So, I would like to use one of my moves, all the best stuff. I've compiled access to caches of equipment and weaponry other people have hidden across the city.
We don't even know who he is when he goes.
I don't.
Build a
I'll
randomizer
know when
on
I
the
open it.
costume.
I need to find something I can use as a costume, and I'm just gonna break into somebody's thing to find it.
Comes
I
out dressed as
believe
Black
with that
Butterfly.
move, you choose whether you're finding a villain cache or a hero cache.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
going to be looking for a villain cache because I have a higher danger.
Are there...
Hmm.
Oh, so it like
okay.
changes what you roll with?
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
All right. Go ahead and roll it then.
I get to add a plus 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10.
10.
Yeah.
Okay, let me find that move on your notes here, since now I know that you have all this typed out for me conveniently enough.
Well, it's also convenient for me. I don't have to open tabs until I remember that I don't have the basic moves on here. Then I gotta open that. Which
Okay.
I should just open all the time.
So, I will say, as Glory is pounding your father into what looks like
Phrasing.
pavement pancakes.
What's up?
I mean, we don't know what your dad's into.
You feel your wrist crack back into place. And you start thinking. Okay. You know your dad. He's smart. He wouldn't have come in a vehicle. But
Nerd.
he would have some sort of access point. And you sort of like glance around a little bit, and you notice that there is a sewer cover at the far end of the strip mall that is slightly ajar. Do you say anything to any of your friends before you just go hauling ass off?
I'll see you later. I'll try and get the camera back. We don't have the camera. The camera's in there.
Sure, man. And Cole's like, wait, what? And you just start going. And you slip down the sewer, and you find a stash of familiar-looking mercenary equipment, including a black bodysuit with a face-covering helmet.
Yeah. His is like a helmet. Mine's just flimsy fabric.
Now you have a helmet.
Now I have a helmet.
It's
I'm
like,
gonna rip the cape
It's
off.
like Die
though.
Hard, but instead of I have a machine gun, it's I have,
a
a
helmet. I should
Yes.
really think about incorporating that to my normal costume.
Maybe.
All
I
right.
am going to rip off the cape though.
Well, it's the mercenary outfits that like his goons were using. They don't have capes.
That's fine. No capes. They're stupid.
But yeah, you start getting changed. Thoth, you definitely notice as HK and Glory just like wombo combo Silver Spectre into the pavement. Do you keep running or?
Oh yeah, I probably just shot over my shoulder. Thanks, guys, you're the best.
You just keep going.
I
Okay.
love
Gotta
that
go fast.
girls are the ones in the fray. And
I can do
That's just, like,
illusions and emotions.
To be fair, this is a distinctly useful thing that you're doing at the moment.
are you our therapist?
I would like to go get the real rock if that's possible.
You'll have an opportunity in a moment.
Okay.
But at the current time,
Terrible.
Glory, you sort of like stop as you realize Silver's not even like resisting. He's just sort of like laying there, just like waiting.
HK, get back.
Oh, okay.
She's gonna jump off because clearly he's either doing something or this isn't really working.
And as the two of you step back, he just sort of like levitates himself upwards.
You
Yes,
learn that in
yeah.
drama class?
I should be asking you the same. You've put on quite a performance. My turn. And the whole of the strip mall front. Boom!
Rude. That was extremely rude.
And just boxes the three of you in.
Cage
Love
match.
that.
Trust me, it's not much of a match.
You just see your son when you beat him up?
Son, that's so bad. Like, I knew you were a villain, but like that's so bad. You're a bad dad.
I promise you, I have done much more for any child of mine than you could possibly comprehend.
Yikes.
Ew. Gross. Ew. I hope you pay for a therapist for your son, because that's not okay, man. Not okay.
Be
Special move.
silent.
Harassment.
Special move. This is teenage girl being a bitch.
I am beginning to sit here and think, should I make like a custom move for harass an enemy?
I would really, really
Bully your
need that.
enemy.
Yeah, that's
Heckle.
a team move.
It's heckle.
Team move. Bastards.
However, you have significantly pissed him off, HK, so
Oh,
go
I
ahead and roll
know.
to take a powerful blow as he
She's
just
very,
shoots
very
you into the
good at
back
pissing
wall.
people off. Okay, so I'm gonna use my special one again, I think. Well, I guess it depends on what I roll.
You
Do I
have to
call
choose
it-
before you
Do I
roll.
have to call it before?
Yep.
Mhm.
I am gonna use Never Give Up, Never Surrender.
Alright.
Oh, I should have gotten a phone too, so I can call tabs.
Oh, sweet. Okay, so that's actually 13.
Oh shit.
So
Okay.
on a hit, I stand strong and I choose one. Do I
Nice.
still take a condition or
I believe that's detailed in the rest of the move.
it doesn't say that I take a condition?
I believe you mark
I
at
mark
it,
a condition
you mark
if
condition 7 through 9. You rolled
Yep.
higher than that.
Okay.
Yeah. So I got a 13. So I get either an opportunity or an opening against him. I rally from the hit, and it inspires glory, and we get +1 team. Or I keep my attacker's attention.
I think opportunity or opening would be helpful here, but
That's what I think I'm gonna do. Is I'm gonna get an opportunity on him.
Well, what form does that take? As he extends this telekinetic force to slam you into the back wall, what do you do?
Oh, I think that she like doesn't fight it, but she uses it as a launching point to launch back
Ooh.
forward with her katana, like as fast and hard as she can.
Okay.
Like she uses it as like she just runs backwards and then like runs back forward. It's like a pendulum.
Just boom.
It's like, you know, when you don't go against the current, you go with the current. She's just like, I'm gonna use this, and then, you know, uses the
All right.
momentum to like come back in like a supersonic, annoying, bratty Supergirl.
Roll me a d6 real quick.
All right. That is a 6.
Okay. So, you do this exceptionally fast.
Uh-huh.
So fast, in fact, that you hit nothing. As you are fairly certain you should have just laid him out, but your
Yeah.
sword didn't make contact with anything.
Like I made it through the telekinetic shield, right?
Mm-hmm. As in, that sword should have gone through his torso. It looked like it went through his torso, but he doesn't react.
Fairly certain this is an astral projection of some sort.
bait and switch.
The
Uh,
old bait and switch.
I'd like to try to punch the wall out of this cage.
Yeah, do that one.
Easy enough to do. Silver Phantom. You said you were going for the egg proper?
Yeah.
Alright. You run back in your newly acquired pseudo-military fatigues.
I want to
Mhm.
grab the not the camera. I just want like the SD card or whatever.
Easy enough.
Showdown.
I borrow my mom's credit card and buy him a new camera. It's fine. And yeah, I want that egg.
All right.
I don't know what it is, but I want it now.
You start climbing up to the cabinet where the egg was kept, and closer to it, you can tell that this is pure diamond. But you can see in the center of it, there is what appears to be a small reptilian-looking embryo of sorts.
Oh, that's weird. That's weird. I want it.
Oh my god.
I'm the mother of diamond dragons now.
And as you
Incoming.
you have to like clamber up the side of the kitchen
Yeah.
in order to like get to
To
it.
climb this thing.
So as you sort of like take it in one arm and turn to climb back down, Silver is floating right behind you.
Oh shit.
I told you to not be stupid.
You didn't specify. That's a broad statement.
He flicks a hand. Take a powerful blow.
But I have nothing. I can't do anything about that. I add my conditions. If I roll low, no, that's a 6 already. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That's an 11.
Ooh. Okay. So, you can choose as per normal, or I will give you another option. You can do what he wants you to do and release the egg. As he basically grabs you telekinetically and just dashes you against the floor of the kitchen.
I don't think I can lose control of. Well, I technically already don't have control of myself. And I don't want to give him the egg.
Wait, what did you roll again?
11.
You can sleep.
Oh, yeah, that is an option.
Please run
God,
like
do I
a
have to
motherfucker.
zoom in? Can I just not see anymore?
It
does
do
say
what Hope
flee.
did and run away.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Run away with the fake egg. Run away
He's
with
giving
the
me momentum. I'm just gonna take it and go.
Very
Okay.
happy music.
I was about to say, what the heck did the
Like-
music turn into here?
Totally interesting.
Alright. You just start running with the egg.
He said leave.
Well,
And it's at this moment, Glory HK, the two of you bust through the wall. The civilians are like pressed against like the windows of the strip mall, just freaked the hell out because the whole face of the strip mall just like flew off.
That's valid.
Understandable.
And the two of you see someone in an ill-fitting black armored bodysuit with one of those black helmets running towards you with the egg. With Silver Phantom floating menacingly behind them.
Spectre.
Oh, sorry.
I don't float. Unless somebody throws me.
Glory, do you want me to get the egg and just get the fuck out of here?
do it. Don't know who that is.
What?
Do it.
All right. HK is gonna zoom and grab the egg from Phantom, who she doesn't know is Phantom.
I know it's
and-
her, so I'll let it go.
Not
Okay.
gonna fight me.
But, HK, are you really just gonna let a goon just stay standing like that, or...?
The guys we saw earlier, how well did their outfits fit?
Pretty well.
This guy's out of place. And Phantom was chasing him, or looming ominously at least.
Yeah.
Spectre.
and-
Spectre, sorry.
It's
I'm gonna
above
do
my
that 3
head.
million times also.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's intentionally
I-
confusing.
You know what? I'm gonna
where
roll
are
it.
the
I'm gonna
adult
let the
heroes?
dice decide whether or not I think that I should knock him out on the way out.
That's fine.
I do knock him out on the way out.
Rip.
Okay.
Is that another powerful blow?
With the butt of the katana as I'm
Uh.
grabbing it.
I don't know if it's necessarily a powerful blow, but unless you're like fighting back, I say just like
I'm
Mark
not
a
gonna fight
condition.
her. She scares me.
just mark a condition of your choice as you just like get hit by the
I'm
katana.
running out of conditions.
That's the
We
idea.
are not doing great this fight.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm doing fine.
Both having a good
Bo's
time.
on the other side of the city at this point.
He has a
Yeah.
stalker.
Both at this point, you've realized that Spectre is not following you. So I leave it to you whether or not you turn around at some point.
I'd probably just curse under my breath and do like a hard turn, probably like
I'm gonna take guilty.
Low down
'cause this is
sideways
technically
before-
all my fault.
killing my momentum and
Alright.
heading back in the direction of the fight.
All right. Well, Glory, you watch as this out of place mook just gets leveled by HK and just sprawls out on the floor. And Spectre just sort of like floats in. You realize this is pointless.
Hasn't HK run the fuck off by now?
she's
Oh,
in
sorry,
hyperspeed.
Glory. I meant Glory.
It's pointless,
Just-
except for you didn't get what you
just starts-
wanted, asshole.
Just starts floating towards Glory. You realize this is pointless, right? You can't
Life is
beat-
pointless. We do this anyways.
Well,
Why do you steal things? Why do you have a son and then be an abusive father?
Morality is a prison and life is inherently meaningless.
you assume I have a son for one.
I know you have a son. Or at least someone who considers you a father, albeit a shitty one.
And for two, what I plan to do with this theft is get enormously rich. Then I will greatly enjoy my life. You, however, are expected to have a very short one. Take a powerful blow.
Not using the Genedice for that.
Probably
That is a 6.
Nice.
Okay.
Can I catch, like, how is he powerful blowing me?
Well, in this instance, he is not lashing out at you directly with his telekinesis. Instead, a blizzard of knives comes flying out of the kitchen.
Can I just no-sell it? Just no effect.
Light shield.
All right.
Try harder.
HK. You're running. Pretty quickly. You
Yeah, she
probably
sees
passed
Thoth
Thoth.
and like, hey Thoth, bye Thoth.
Cool.
At which point, Thoth,
Yeah.
you see as Silver Spectre goes flying overhead, and then another Silver Spectre, and then another.
Yeah.
Master of illusions.
It's illusion be illusion.
Magician off.
Wait.
Illusion him.
Can you see through the illusions then?
Send him 100
Hasn't tried
really
yet.
annoying
Wizard battle only.
teenage girls to
Break his
tackle
head.
Well, you just said I saw what 3 in a row.
3 in your vicinity.
Well, 3 chasing after Heavenly Katana. Like I've seen
Mhm.
multiple like pretty.
He's
three.
chasing me.
So.
Yep.
I mean, being someone who knows illusions, I'm gonna try and see if I can tell if these are illusions or a real threat.
Roll to unleash your powers.
Where are like the adult heroes in this scenario?
Where's
One
our
moment.
adults here? Adults, I need to hand this off.
Give
I
me
need
a
my
moment
dice
here.
gonna roll well. Who knows?
They need to work on their response time.
They're not as fast
They
as
call the city and
HK.
complain.
Dragging glory.
That's a 5.
A
We have the
5.
fastest response
5.
times in
Unfortunately, that is also going to be reduced by his power
Ugh,
proficiency.
yeah.
So you have no friggin' idea. You're looking for the tells in your own illusions, and you're like, shit, I can't tell squat. This guy is good.
Okay.
So that's probably a little intimidating. Just like, oh, this guy's way better than me.
Yeah,
Well, he's
Don't
like
forget to mark potential for that, though.
I did.
twice
And
your
I
age.
filled my potential track.
Woo! Is that your
Um,
first track?
yes.
Nice.
I think that after that, I just have this moment of like I stop and I'm looking like in both like back and forth in both directions, like shit, fuck, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? And then I think I resolve myself to be like, HK's fast. She can probably outrun this guy. And I will head back towards the strip mall.
Okay. HK.
She
you are-
is grabbing her phone at hyperspeed and like, Tabs, where I got a thing that the Spectre guy wants, and I need to. Where am I taking this?
I'm imagining that trying to type while running at hyperspeed with both a sword
No, she's not
and a
typing.
crystal
She's
egg.
called. She's called.
Okay.
She's on
Voice to text.
Tabs, help! Where am I going? AI
It's like
mom,
a
please
Siri
help!
activated. Hey Siri.
Siri, call Tabs. Tabs, call Tabs.
Downloading route. Backup arriving in 3, 2, 1.
Thank God.
And you watch as a dark purple streak shoom, comes barreling out of the sky and blasts through one of the silver specters pursuing you. It immediately dissipates and then it just starts zipping between them, like faster than even you can track. And
that
it
your
turns
mom?
out the illusions all dissipate, as they were all illusions.
Mm-hmm.
And standing before you is the premier hero of the city, the leader of the Ultras, dressed in a
Lavender
purple
lady.
jumpsuit with a short, tasteful lavender cape, is Lady Lavender herself.
On a scale of 1 to... Never mind.
On a scale of 1 to whatever, she's like infinity gone back
Fine.
around
No,
3
no,
times.
She's
not the time.
super hot. She's super hot. That's all we wanted to know. We already know she's super hot.
She's faster than me?
Yes. And she's
Uh,
flying.
Great. Cool. Yeah, so, like, do you want to fight Silver Spectre, or do you want to take this, somewhere safe?
She sort of like looks at you. Get it to Ultra Tower. I'll take care of Spectre.
Okay. She's still going wherever Tabs told her to go. She's...
Tabs was riding you to the tower.
Fair enough. This lady, not her authority figure, though hot and competent, which is, even hotter. Impressive.
Yeah, the reason it took a while is because Tabs was finding someone who
Impressed
could
and hot and
properly
bothered.
handle Silver Spectre.
Yeah. Okay, so she's gonna let the big boss adult go get him, and she's gonna just hyperspeed the Ultra Tower to get this egg out of Spectre's. We don't need him walking around diamond dragons. We just don't need that. That's not what we need the supervillain to have, okay?
All right. Meanwhile, back at Space Burgers. Silver Phantom, you're kind of just watching the knife tornado go over your head at the moment. As Glory
Hate
is just
magic.
like standing strong against it.
I hate magic.
And eventually it slows down. And Spectre goes, You've learned. I'll give you that. Unfortunately, I know he's a slow learner.
Can I go to defend?
Yes, as all the knives turn to what appears to be the goon on the floor.
Doesn't matter if he's about to kill him. Don't condone it.
All right,
I'm fine.
roll to defend. Well, they don't know that.
I don't know
Defend
that I'm
is
fine either.
plus savior. Yeah. Wait 1 second. That's a 14.
Oh, thank God.
Hot dang.
On a
really
6 and a 5.
Didn't want to figure out how well the regeneration regenerated today.
So you get to choose one then. Add a team to the pool, take influence over someone you protect, or clear a condition.
I'm gonna clear a condition.
Okay.
The only one I had marked was angry. And I think she's worked through some of her anger because this man is mostly just pathetic.
He's a bad
Oh,
dad.
wait. I have 4 conditions now.
He's stronger, of course, but doesn't mean he's not pathetic. Is money all that matters? To you, maybe.
So I'm imagining you, like, dive in and just, like, turtle dome a shield around the two of you.
Yeah.
And just knives pouring in. You still don't know this is Silver Phantom, by the way, so do you, like, say anything? Or...
Thank you.
Do I know that voice?
Roll me a d6. We'll say on even you do.
That's a 5.
Maybe sounds familiar, but you can't place it.
Wait, what'd you say again?
Thank you.
No problem. Why was he chasing you?
Because I took that stupid fucking egg. What? And then
Why'd you-
Heavenly Katana took the egg?
Huh?
That was her. She did hit me, right?
Who are you?
A phantom?
What the fuck, dude?
He
It's
broke
right
my
about
phone.
this moment that you feel the floor underneath the two of you.
I'd like to, if I can, grab Phantom and try to create enough of a break in the knives power-wise to yeet us out of there. Which is a little complicated, I know.
Well, it's easier than you think, because the second you start doing that, you feel a force helping, quote-unquote, you? As you realize you're getting accelerated out of there a lot faster than you intended. As
Does
Silver
Heavenly
Spectre is
Katana have
just
a new power?
flinging the two of you out through the roof.
Okay.
Well, I've got a
You-
grip on him. We're gonna try to control this trajectory.
The bad news is you go directly into the Saturn Burger on top, and are now a flying Saturn Burger across the skyline of San Sebastián.
What's the difficulty level on trying to yeet it back at him?
We're in the burger, though.
I guess we are in the burger, but is it hollow?
It is hollow,
Oh,
It is now.
aside from the mechanism that wasn't here but has now been pasted to the ceiling by your shield. But if you want to roll to unleash your powers to, at the very least, control the burger or potentially try to launch it back at him, you can.
I don't want this to land on civilians. And do I know that SP has a healing factor?
No, you do not.
Okay, I don't want him to get jellyfied then. Okay. With the +2 and freak, that is 10.
Okay. So, you summon the sort of like wings that you've been working on, but it's less for flight in this moment and more to get a better grip on this burger. And
This is
then you-
objectively ridiculous, and I love it.
Yes. It's a superhero story. There should be some level of ridiculousness no matter what the melodrama is.
Hell yeah.
And you rotate it so that it starts to spin the opposite direction. And at the same time, you sort of brace a shield at the bottom. And you hit asphalt. No people, thankfully. But at this point, it's spinning fast enough that with just a little whoop, you basically just send it right back on the same trajectory. And you realize
Special
that
delivery.
And you realize you have landed pretty much smack dab in the middle of a major thoroughfare through Little Mars, and there is just a whole bunch of Martians now staring at the two of you, just like standing there in the middle of the road. But you watch, both of you, And I'll say Thoth and HK, you both can see this as the Saturn burger boof, as there is just an impact noise.
I figure he probably dodged it, but I wanted to be rude about it.
But things sort of get quiet. HK?
I take the thing to tower. That's where I'm going.
Yep. You arrive at the tower. A bay door is already open for you.
Mm-hmm.
You just sort of skid to a stop, and one of Tabitha's drone bodies is already there with like hands extended.
Mm-hmm. She's going to give her the egg, and then she's gonna swing back to. She's hyperspeeding back to her team. Thanks, Tabs.
Okay.
Bye.
Package secure.
She trusts Tabs to keep the egg from Silver Spectre because Silver Spectre would be a dumbass to come here and try to steal it.
Correct. He is a strong villain, but he's not going to defeat all of the Ultras on his own.
He's not coming to Ultra Tower to take that egg.
Meanwhile, Thoth,
Yep.
You said you were headed back to Spaceburger.
Yeah.
I like to think that you arrive just about at the moment that the burger just smashes through into the dining room.
Okay.
Thankfully, the civilians had started moving away. They are all scared shitless by this.
If they're kind of spinning their wheels on where to go, I'll like direct them down towards the thoroughfare away from here and just be like, go.
They start going. And you hear one of them say to the other, please tell me you got that on film. Danny had the camera. Fuck.
I stopped filming when we got kidnapped. Because I was going to do something stupid.
Oh.
I did that on purpose.
At hearing that, I just roll my eyes.
And then you just feel like a woof, big gulf of air just sort of like sweep past you. As suddenly, sort of hovering in front of the store, is Lady Lavender.
Hey. Is there any sign of Silver Spectre?
No, not really. At least not from the outside. But you watch as Lady Lavender starts to float her way inside. And, like, she encounters, like, some of the rubble and just, like, one hand picks it up and, like, tosses it behind her. And then from outside, you hear... And then through the busted window, you see Lady Lavender and Silver Spectre circling around each other as he is just laying into her with telekinetic blasts and grabbed objects, and she is just relentlessly going after him. And they just start, like, going out beyond anywhere you could follow.
Okay.
As it appears, the cavalry has arrived and taken over the situation.
Thank God an adultier adult is here.
I think I just let out a long breath and hang my head a little bit before turning. Oh, actually, I guess I'll just pull out my phone, text the group chat, be like, "Where are y'all at?"
Where are you?
I went
We're
back.
at the thoroughfare.
I went back to the burger place.
What's the situation?
Lady Lavender
don't
showed
have a
up and
phone.
is taking care of it.
Thank God.
Someone ask Tabs to get me a new phone, please.
I'll just be like, I'll meet you at the thoroughfare in a couple minutes.
Checking on Phantom to make sure he's not injured.
Well, he's definitely bruised.
Nothing's broken.
Now.
Well, that's good.
I don't specify anymore, but nothing's broken.
I assume the two of you get out of the road.
Yeah, I thought we'd hang out in the road all day.
So,
Guess this is a lesson in always bring a costume.
oh, you were here as a civilian.
Yeah, we were hanging out, eating.
You and
No,
your...
that's true. We were eating.
Who was we?
Have you ever
Not you and your
had-
dad, right?
Oh God, no.
I
Yeah,
can't
I was
even
having a
picture
nice
it.
lunch with my
No,
dad.
I was here with
and-
some of my my friend and his girlfriend. I don't really know their relationship.
Okay.
Have you ever had gashak? Because it's really good.
Can't say I've heard
I
of
don't
it.
think we could get it because the restaurant is kind of like, but it was good.
So you were here and he just showed up?
Yeah, there was some dude at the restaurant and he was looking at me funny, so I tried to send a picture of him to Tabs.
Babs got it. Sent it to me.
And then we were filming. My friend does an internet thing. Hi, buddy. Did you realize I'm not upstairs? And we were in the kitchen, and then I got accosted and told to leave. And we're doing stuff. I can do stuff.
Not
then-
if you want people to not know it's you.
Well, not that. Like I was here with friends. I'm allowed to go do that. I'm just trying to control my life.
Yeah. Ugh.
And then after a couple hours, the thugs broke in, and then they shot. I heard his name like 3 times, and I already forgot it. G. They shot G.
Killed him? Or
No,
who
he
was
should be
she?
fine. One of the Martians. I don't think he
Okay.
died.
He did not die. Last you saw that he was bandaged and running away with the other not refugees, hostages.
Hostages.
Wow.
Yeah. And that's when I called you, actually.
I'm glad you did.
And then my phone got smashed.
We'll get you a new one.
Hi, buddy.
It's I know you're not the most risk averse person I know, but those would be bad odds for just you. That was
Those
bad
were
odds for
really-
all of us.
Those were really bad odds.
Yeah.
Yeah, he dislocated my shoulder with his mind. Heavenly
Sweet.
Katana popped it back in, though, so.
Okay. You good?
Yeah, I'm good.
Or- in the interest of full disclosure, I don't know if he's going to take this out on you or something. I did call him an abusive dad. To his face.
Fine.
A couple of times.
That would be like revealing his identity and admitting that he's a terrible person, so that's probably not going to happen.
Fair?
Plus, I don't live there.
No, but he did show up here and at the same time as you.
That
Didn't you say he was trying to control your life or something?
What are the chances of that happening, though? Well, yeah,
Are you
because he's here
actually
to
asking me that.
he's here to like do something, and all of a sudden I'm not allowed to be here doing my own thing.
Hmm.
I'd just like to throw out there, the thing he was doing was robbing the place.
He's there committing crimes, and
You
what
were
am I
there
supposed to
doing
do? Just
something legitimate.
I'm not doing crimes.
I wasn't doing crimes.
So he
was
showed
doing
up-
crimes.
If people with guns told you to leave, obviously you didn't. Fair enough.
I also took a gun from one of the people.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, that was probably not a smart move because I didn't have a costume on, but it's fine. I'm sure I can explain that.
Adrenaline.
Yeah.
Sometimes moms lift babies off of cars. No, cars lift
Moms with
babies.
babies.
It's a really
Babies
big.
on
Hey,
the cars.
hey, this is San Sebastian. You never know.
true.
Giant
One big
baby.
It was a baby car. On
Little
top
Hot
of a
Wheels car
giant
on top
baby.
of mom.
How are you doing with all of this? And for what it's worth, I am trying to pierce the mask on this one.
Well, how am I doing?
Go ahead. and
Well,
roll.
let's roll to see if I even get anything first, because my mundane's a 0.
It's okay.
Okay, just a 7.
You get a question.
Hmm.
And remember, you can choose to ask this above the table or in character. Your choice. Also, I am listening, but I do need to use the restroom real quick. I will be right back.
Okay. Possibly an odd one, above the table. How could I get your character to be more upfront with Glory?
He's trying. He just doesn't know how to.
I bet his
So-
dad wasn't very emotionally available.
Yeah. Yeah.
I guess
Take him to therapy.
the meta question would be,
He's a therapist dad.
would that mean her takeaway from that would just be that, like, he's trying and can't quite get there?
Yeah. You can tell he really wants to. But he doesn't know how.
You ever do feel like talking? Let me know.
Yeah. Probably. Yeah, after this settles down and I sit for a second. Get a proper costume on.
We'll say it's round about this time that, Thoth, you can reach them. And HK, you can also reach them if you're headed in the same direction.
She just like grabs she just
Oh,
starts
no.
pushing Thoth's board real fast.
Actually,
Like,
I think he was walking back
oh.
Oh.
Never
He ran
mind
away.
then.
because he's feeling pretty useless after
Oh,
that
poor
fight.
Thoth.
following
Magic
it a little
fight.
self-pity.
Are you
Then
feeling
it's just the
insecure?
four of you sitting on a street corner in Little Mars.
Who wants pizza?
Sounds good to me.
Yes, I've burned so many calories today.
You burn calories every day.
Yeah,
I think that's true for
HK
most
eats
people.
an obscene amount of food.
I love it.
because She's
Anime protagonist style stuff.
Mhm.
Just
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unhinged jaw
face.
consumed sandwich.
Yes.
Uh,
It's gone at hyperspeed.
I can go pick some up. Want to meet back at base?
Sure.
Mhm. I'm gonna hoverboard with one of you if I can.
Gotta take the bus.
Oh God.
We could just
Still in that mercenary costume too.
How about you get on the hoverboard with Thoth and I'll get on the hoverboard with Glory and we go that way?
What if we bring you to do you have backup suits somewhere?
I'm gonna take the bus. I have them in my house.
We need to get you some backups at my house and
Yeah, probably or somewhere around there.
When you go change, grab a spare and bring
I'll
it to the
talk
base.
to my dad about it.
And Elytra's in charge of my costume.
I
so-
will talk
You should at
to-
least have a spare
Yeah.
in case this happens again.
at least basic spares all over the place, maybe.
Can I poke through the rubble for my phone? I mean, it's broken, but maybe
It is
tabs can
folded
do
in
something.
half like a clam, and it is not the type of phone that's designed to do that.
I don't know.
Sure.
Now
I
you
don't know
got
what
one of those
tabs can
cool
do.
Razor foldy ones, right?
My Walnut's actually got one of those.
Yeah.
But sure, you can recover your phone.
I don't know. Maybe I
Left
can
of it.
plug it in and take the data. Probably not.
Did you ever find that camera?
I have the.
I say above the table. I
card.
don't know about this.
Oh yeah, I took the SD card.
Yeah, the camera itself is crushed beyond recognition.
Yeah, he's gonna need a new camera.
In fact, it was probably put into one of Glory's constructs at one point and just got annihilated as a result.
Rip.
But yeah, you all easily can go and have some wind down pizza.
Mm-hmm.
You hear later on the news that unfortunately Silver did get away.
Ugh.
But not before Lady Lavender gave him a good sock on the jaw.
At least he got his ass whooped by the very competent woman.
I'm gonna get a
In
still of that
Lavender.
and paint it.
Yeah. I think that's a good idea. Well, you should paint it on one of the walls of our like downstairs hangout.
If you like.
Mural.
Mural.
Yes.
Ass whipping.
Ass whooping, yeah. That time we kicked SP's dad's ass, but really he
more
kicked
Lady
our
Lavender.
ass. But Lady Lavender definitely
We
called her.
contributed.
We called her so she could kick his ass.
Summon bigger fish.
That's
Summon,
basically what y'all
Adulteer.
did.
summon.
Like right at
adult-
the start of the fight, you're like, "Oh shit, we can't handle this."
Yeah.
Tabs.
I was like, HK
Mom,
doesn't-
help! Mom, can
she's
you
not-
come get me?
She's reckless most of the time, but she was like, yeah, no, we need an adult hero.
She's
adult
reckless,
hero.
not suicidal.
Yeah. Yes.
Phantom is pushing the line on how far he can do this.
He's
How
more
reckless can
ambivalent
he
about
be
what
Before his
life.
dad chucks him through a window.
Yeah.
You weren't too
Oh,
far off. He like thrashed you against the floor today.
I don't know. She was pretty sassy with your dad too. So, to be fair, I think her baseline with assholes is sassy. So,
Roll for harassment.
roll for harassment.
I'm legitimately sitting here thinking, do I need to make a when you harass an enemy move?
I mean,
almost
it's gonna
like
be kind of a
provoke.
constant. I think.
Sometimes we
be
provoke. Yeah, sometimes it's for us to provoke, and sometimes
Yeah,
it's
maybe
for
I
us
just
to
need to be
quit.
more like keen to that. What are you saying,
Well,
Charlie?
I was gonna
asked
say
for it,
I
too.
feel like harassment could just be interchanged with provoke.
Yeah,
True. Okay, I'll keep that in mind.
Unless
going
we're trying
forward.
to
because
just
it
do
should be
emotional
superior
damage.
anyways, right?
For what it's worth, that is what Glory was going for earlier.
And you also need to have, you need to have them susceptible to your words in order to provoke. So,
Fair.
explain why you weren't getting much of a rise out of Silver.
Harass
Still felt
first
good to
to
say it.
make them susceptible, and then provoke.
Harass. It's a two-part.
Psychological warfare.
The
It
two-pronged
is a
attack.
two-part destruction of the man's ego.
Directly engage a threat. I'm gonna take his pride from him.
If I
Before
can't
we-
kick his ass, I'm gonna hurt his feelings. All right.
Sorry, what were you saying?
Before we get to our last scene for the evening, because I do have something specific in mind, does anyone have a scene they want to specifically play out here?
I do need to do a thing that I keep forgetting to do. Like
Oh.
whenever time passes, I need to roll on Savior, but I need to ask you guys questions. So we're gonna have to make that like part of our end. So if you want to do the same first, and then...
I think we'll actually do that as the part of next session, because SP also has a secret identity that he needs to roll for. So we'll just have like a preparatory phase. for
Okay,
next.
that's cool. I'm just gonna make a note that we're doing that.
Any other scenes in specific?
Not really a scene so much as just after they're done with pizza, Glory still has a very broken arm, so she heads back to the Grand Apothecary because it's going to be a long night.
Yeah, Cersei is a little annoyed. And then goes and gets the bone worms.
What?
God!
Ew.
Yeah, I think for me, not an actual scene, but both out of costume probably just takes a nice long walk back to his apartment.
All right. And we will pick up with Silver Phantom once again. As at this point, it's late into the evening. The bus, of course, was delayed by construction on the freaking transport system that they still have not finished. And you have finally arrived back at your abode. It's in the historic district, if I remember correctly, and not exceptionally impressive. Correct?
Whose abode? My abode?
Mhm.
Well, technically, Jack's abode.
I was gonna say his house is probably a little nicer than the room above the garage.
Mm-hmm.
Fair enough. But you use your key to get in. You find Jack passed the hell out on the couch. Looks like he fell asleep watching some game show. And do you keep your costume in your room, do you think?
Oh yeah.
Alright. Head up to your room. Chuck off the mercenary gear. Go to where your costume is. And find that it's missing. And then the door slams shut behind you.
Sick nasty.
And you turn around. And there is your father, in costume, but unmasked, with one hell of a shiner.
Was that from Lady Lavender?
What do you think you're doing?
Getting my costume.
I mean, this? And he tosses the costume onto the floor.
That's the bug one that Elytra made me, isn't it? That would be my main one. So yeah, that's mine.
Well, that costume isn't finished yet, actually.
Someday I'll get it.
Yeah.
Someday
This-
more than a day will pass.
But yeah, he just tosses it on the floor. Daniel, this is absurd and you know it.
Is it?
Yes.
There was a lady that shoots light lasers. And the dinosaur man? But this is absurd. This is the line of absurdity.
Yes. Because you don't shoot lasers. You don't turn into a dinosaur. You just make sure that you don't get yourself killed.
Most of the time, actually. Yeah.
If I had wanted to this evening, I could have snapped your neck 16 different times.
I probably would have been fine.
But I'm not going to test it for obvious reasons, I would hope.
Yeah, that's why do you think I haven't? Because that would be absurd.
Do you know what that makes you?
Mentally unwell.
True. But it
Just go
also makes you
flinging
a
myself into
liability
danger?
to your allies.
They haven't let me get hurt yet. Glory threw me from a moving car.
You cannot do anything. What is your obsession with this heroic nonsense?
What's your obsession with the villain nonsense?
I'm supporting our family.
You have a normal job.
Do you know what they pay civil servants? I promise you, it is
Don't
not
pay
enough to keep
tax.
up the lifestyle that you and your mother prefer.
Jack doesn't pay taxes either, so would not know about that one. I pay taxes.
You are wasting your time. Playing out some rebellious fantasy against me.
I'm helping people. I hope that kid, I saved one of those young giant guys. I helped the other young giant lady.
And what did you do today?
I was hanging out with my friends.
And you could have helped them by telling them to leave like I told you.
How
If you
how
had
do I
any
explain that
sense
one?
In you, I am not done talking, young man.
Oh my god.
If you had any sense in you, when I had warned you, you would have told them that you needed to leave, or at the very least that all of you needed to leave. Because you know my business.
But what am I supposed to say? Hey, we have to leave. This place is about to get robbed.
Yes, if that's what it takes. Because that is what an actual hero would have done. Instead, you wanted to show off to me again.
I'm not showing off to you. I don't give a fuck about what you think.
Oh, so that little stunt with the gunman, that was just for your own amusement and for the endangerment of everyone else in the store?
That half of that was instinct. Also, he shot Chi for no reason.
She refused to listen.
He's Martian. He doesn't understand getting robbed, probably. I don't actually know anything about Martians. I don't think they get robbed.
I assure you, they do in fact have crime on Mars. Today was pointless.
For you didn't get your rock.
And whose fault is that?
Mine, because I just happened to be at the same restaurant you happened to be skulking around at. So everything's my fault.
In this particular instance, yes, it is. This could have been done as painlessly as possible. But you had to make it a show.
You could have just waited for us to leave. I don't think that place gets very busy.
Do you know what that egg was?
I don't know, some diamond with a lizard in it.
A recipe. That egg was supposed to be fed to you and your friends. I couldn't have waited.
Damn. That's unfortunate. I ate rocks.
You will stop this, or the next time we meet, I will not be so merciful to you, and I will not be so merciful to your friends.
Fine. We'll be alright.
Ask your friend Glory what happened the first time she met me.
I know what
Maybe you'll-
happened.
Something tells me you don't. Because if you did, you would know to fear the Silver Spectre.
Not afraid of you.
And that will be your undoing. And he swooshes his cape, and he's gone.
You're so dramatic.
So, Silver Phantom. He is attempting to shift your savior down and your danger up. Will you accept this shift?
Yeah, it's fine.
Then you find some level of truth in his words. Maybe you did just want to show off. But that remains to be seen to next time. And now we reach the end of our session.
Back up.
I love just SP's entire attitude.
Yes.
Fuck you, Dad. You
Love
can't tell
that
me what to
energy.
do.
You can't tell me what to do. I ate rocks today.
I ate rocks.
And I would have gotten to eat that egg. Oh.
Asshole. You always
All
gotta
right.
control my life, Dad.
Why are you ruining my life?
Love it.
So, end of session questions.
Go. I'll say that Glory grew closer to the team, specifically SB, because even though he wasn't super forthright with her, she could see he was trying. Also, Fuck his dad.
Well, SP already has influence over Glory, so SP, what would you like to shift?
I'm going to shift. Savior up. And freak down.
I'm sorry if I'm like waving my hands randomly. There is a fly that is like obsessed with my face for some reason.
Get it. Alas, Savior's at 3, so I do take a condition.
Whoops.
And you guys might want to be thinking about some ways to get rid of your conditions, because I'm fairly certain I racked up a few on some of you.
I have 4.
Uh-huh.
What?
And conditions don't reset
not
between
go
time skips,
away.
right?
They do not. Not unless you take some action in the downtime to negate them in some way.
Fair. Well, I didn't pick what to do with that closer to the team, so I'm just going to negate that. Despite what happened, she feels decently about it. She didn't die.
Nobody died.
And she got to call him a dick.
So you need a condition. What conditions do you have marked currently?
None.
Lose a condition, gain a condition.
Well, I mean, I didn't have a condition, which is why
Yeah.
I said I was going
Oh.
to negate
Oh,
a condition
gotcha.
from
Okay.
that.
Nice.
All
Yeah,
right.
because I had no conditions at the end of that fight.
Oh, nice. Feeling good.
Yeah.
Still got a broken arm, but feeling good.
Hell yeah.
All right. That is Glory.
I can go. I'm gonna grow into my own image, but badly.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I'm feeling pretty useless after not really being able to do much against Silver Spectre, and then kind of realizing how weak my own illusions are compared to his. So
Yeah, you did sort of end up coming to the sword fighting contest with a butter knife, didn't you?
a little bit. So I'm going to shift Savior down and Mundane up.
Sounds about right. SP, HK.
I'm gonna grow closer to the team, closer to Glory,
Hey.
who has influence over me.
Indeed she does.
I'm gonna clear a condition, but I'm gonna read how to clear these other conditions and figure out if there's an easier way to clear some of these. And clear afraid.
Apologies in advance if this reconditioned you.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna say... Savior up, freak down, because going toe-to-toe with that guy, pretty badass, despite the fact that he didn't have a costume or anything. And also it was a little bit normalizing, because family drama.
Nothing bad happens. Nothing bad ever happens to the Kennedys.
Sure.
I know a brainworm that can say things about that.
It can speak now?
Who do you think is controlling him?
Oh, God.
Clear this one.
There's a little control panel in there and everything.
It's like Inside Out, except it's just like a worm coming down
Yeah.
the ceiling.
I'm back to normal. Okay.
And that leaves us with HK.
HK grew closer to Glory because they had like a whole girls' day. It was so cute. They corralled a lizard together using bananas, and then beat up somebody's dad. HK is not aware of whose dad it is, but it's some bad, abusive dad who is also a supervillain. Well, I mean, by beating him up, I mean they just didn't die while they were.
They survived.
They stood their ground, not like particularly impressively, but like they were no slouches either. It was pretty damn good for them. And you know that fastball special, like she lived for that shit. She was like, yes, momentum. So yeah, I mean, I think they were having a good day, and like they were pretty, like, I don't know,
Insane.
chill, and they worked together really effectively. Like, you know, it was kind of like teamwork, dream work, you know, that shit. So she grew closer to Glory, and Glory already
Has influence.
has influence, yes. Everybody has influence, don't they?
Not quite. A couple things around Elytra are still not influenced, but that's mostly because Tess hasn't always been able to make it, which is fine.
Mm-hmm.
Well, my thing says in the beginning of the thing that everybody gets influence.
That's true.
Over you, yeah.
So
over
nobody's
you.
lost influence.
There's like Elytra doesn't have, or Glory doesn't have influence on Elytra, and I believe Elytra does not have influence on Silver Phantom.
Correct.
She
Right.
does not. I have
But
influence.
Glory
over
has
her, though.
influence on me, so
Yeah.
Glory can impact my
Indeed.
my labels.
Glory really appreciated having competent backup in that fight because the last time she went toe to toe with this guy, he put her in the ground. Didn't stick, but
Well, HK is also glad that like she had a very competent partner because this was already dicey going in. Just two of us. But I think that we did the best that we possibly could. You know, considering the odds.
considering. Ugh.
Considering the odds, I think we fucking. This is a win. And
All things considered, I was expecting you guys to come out of this fight completely battered and bruised.
Somebody's
out
at
pretty
least
fair.
unconscious.
Yeah.
I only have 3 conditions now. We're doing great.
I also agree. I'll get rid of one, but
I'm gonna say affectionately, danger up, mundane down.
okay, this can happen.
Okay. And with that, we need to decide our next story arc. So since this was Silver Phantom centric, Thoth, Glory, and HK, could you each roll me a d6, please?
Okay.
Mhm.
3.
3.
4.
4. 6. Okay. That's a selection. So, with a 3, your first pick is a heist in Hickory Heights. With a 4, your next pick is The Sword and the Board. I think you can take a bet as to whose character beat that might be.
No, I have no ideas.
Someone uses a sword?
And a board.
And then with a 6, you have Five Nights at Physiques.
I'm up for the heist or the physique one, because both of those sound hilarious.
Who's physique?
The heist
I
has
wanna
come
know.
up a couple of times.
Indeed, the heist has come up a few times. But it's yours to pick.
I'm gonna go with physique.
That's a vote for Physique.
Oh, sorry.
It's alright. I hear one vote. Do I...
So it was
I hear two?
Heist in Hickory Heights. What was the rest
Sword
of
and the
physique one?
Board.
Sword and the Board,
And then Five Nights at Physiques.
this is like a Five Nights at Freddy's reference.
Yes.
Oh boy.
I was wondering when someone was going to get that.
Oh, I was thinking that, but
I'm deeply curious now, so I'm also going to say physique.
Okay. That's two
Get
votes.
got by a rogue animatronic.
I'm imagining bodybuilding animatronics.
Yes. It's like physique, naked
Let's
man.
draw droids.
I mean, I'm for the heist or physiques, so
So
it's like 3
Okay.
for physique.
yeah,
Yeah.
And
let's do
SP,
physiques.
you're feeling Physiques?
Yeah.
All right. Well, that one is going to involve Elytra's backstory a little bit, as it turns out.
Hmm.
So we will need Tess for next time.
Mm-hmm.
But for the time being, unless anyone has any other questions, that is all from me for this issue of San Sebastián.
Woo. All right. Thanks everyone for joining us. Good weekend.
Take a nap.
Take a nap. The time change has been
We deserve
fucking
naps.
us all up.
You deserve naps.
Eat a snack. Pet a furry
dog.
creature.
Mhm.
You're choosing.
A dog, a cat, a sufficiently poofy bird, a snail.
Chinchilla.
We will be off next week, so
You've seen a snail.
It can be fuzzy.
You know something I don't know.
Yes.
Yeah, if they get mold.
Oh.
all right. We'll probably be back in 2 weeks with something. So until then, bye.